Anyways, at this point, the recording has started and session is begun. If I can find the time. Day 212. There we go. Okay, D212. It's about 15 or so minutes after dark. The cleric, if I recall correctly, yeah, she's got some spells down. She's prayed for some. Everyone's kind of injured. Let me look at triage again. And Mead's good. Thassa's fine. Felvin's okay. Okay, never mind. But yeah, now y'all are just kind of worn out from that lich fight, so y'all back over here.
Yes.
Ah, yes, that's right. Y'all fought the butts.
Let's see.
I would not be surprised if you made a monster that was just a sentient ass. So.
Not really my style. Now, a sentient dick, on the other hand.
Good damn it.
Alright, Dungeon Master. I've got 2 stone skins memorized. I want to cast those.
I don't think you hit your daily limit on those yet, although I could be mistaken, but what the hell ever. Sure, you can apply.
Okay,
Actually,
one
wait,
to
casting's
me,
fine.
1 to me, 1 to Vasa.
Alright, Vasa, mark up your butt. Yes, mark up your butt.
Mark off your butt. Yes.
Yeah, mark up your stone skin. Right, the cleric is going for one of those there power naps, because I remember she is pretty much at the end of her thing until she sleeps.
And Dungeon Master, we were going to eat dinner.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
So
I forget if dinner was already done or not, but I'll mark up some time for it. Boop. Alright, Velvin, you're still under the effects of the strength spell for a bit, which will help if there's any random encounters. Which is what I'm gonna have to check for. Alright. Anyone else doing anything before they go to sleep?
I still have the majority of my spells.
Just eating.
That's true, Mead. You did spend some time recovering spells.
Okay.
Like, I know you threw like a half-dozen magic missiles at the thing, and oh boy, was that helpful.
Well, looking at my list, I'm marked up, so we did recover spells.
Mm-hmm. Did I?
So that being the case, Dungeon Master, after I eat and cast those 2 spells, I will be getting some sleep.
Healing dispensed. Jack has the call to ask how to go. Mandy flips on the bird. Okay. And who's on watch first?
Formations.
Me.
Alright, Vasa, you keep him watch for the appropriate time?
Yep.
Alright.
And
Cleric,
torches.
keep SWAT for a bit, and Velvin, she wakes you up by making a fart sound with her arm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then, once assuring, okay, you're on watch, she goes back to bed. And keep him watch as per your usual. You'll have your 3 hours pass and switch on off to Ecroromede, and Ecroromede, the watch will pass without event. Morning comes, light shines upon Denalia. I just rolled no encounters for the night, if you can believe it.
Woo, I
Wow.
can that.
And yes, everyone you may recover 1 hit point as natural healing occurs.
Yay.
Day 213 falls upon Denalia.
Mm-hmm.
The sun legit falls onto the world of Denalia.
Ecroromede. It's morning now, right? So
Yes.
I would say to Ecroromede, if you have any more of those protective spells, I'm all out.
Okay, it's going to take a little time.
No problem.
Alright, Ecroromede, you'll need to crunch the numbers for that. The cleric, of course, has asked for her things.
Okay. 12, 12, 12. What is it? Yeah, 12, 12, 12. 36 minutes, Dungeon Master.
36 minutes. Okay, you should get that. Alright, let me check. Yeah, the morning time looks good. Are you letting the cleric get there 2 hours?
Sure.
Alright, yeah. Advancing time for, breakfast and spell work puts the party over there. Velvin, of course, your strength has expired as it did in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Okay, Dungeon Master, after I get that 36 minutes, casting Stone Skin, and Spell Saver.
Okay, very good. You did mark off the spell saver. So yeah, spell saver should be good. Stone skin yourself or different targets?
Dave.
Velvin.
Velvin.
Both to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Because I only got hit once, so I only had to replace one, and I'm back up. So, and I did that last night.
Very well. Very well.
Your cleric
What is that?
mentions if you've got another one to go, she could use one.
Yeah, gonna have to be a while on that.
Right, she gets it. Of everyone in the party, she gets it the most.
Yep. The fellow we brought a fellow with us to take care of the horses this time, correct? Jack. That's his name. That's exactly what I was going to ask. What his name was. It's Jack.
Jack's doing what he can. He slept through the night, of course, because he was up all day taking care of the horses, and yeah, reports all calm on the home front that he's aware of.
Okay.
Very good.
So, after the party is done dispensing spells and so forth, what is their objective?
Yeah, I believe we were headed back in to finish this puppy up.
Alright. Y'all have a pretty up-to-date map in the character.
I think we're heading for room 52, if I'm not mistaken. The last room on that side. Oh, no, that's 52 is over there.
No, we
So,
did 52, but we're going in that
50.
proximity. North of 48 and then to the
Yep.
west.
Okay.
Also, Dungeon Master, when we pass through room 15 on our way back to there,
Okay.
is my old armor still on the armor stand?
I don't recall that. I think that was in room 38 is where the armor stands were.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll check back there then. I thought it was 15. All right.
Just for the sake of getting that done, yeah, your old
Yes.
armor is still there.
Okay. When we're going back the other way, I'll catch it on the way.
Alright. Okay, so the party heads towards that passage by north of 48 and a little bit to the left. Let me pull up my master map. Mead scrap paper can go down. Okay. Okay.
We didn't notice anything funny on our way back here, like doors closed that shouldn't have been or anything.
It's not that you'd know. It is very smelly, dark. The party's using a continual light stone, so the light's good, but outside the range of light, y'all really can't see because of how big the light range is. Should you have seen it, though, it's dark, dank, cold. Cool wind blows in from somewhere or another, as they do. In underground structures, you tend to have air move around a bit more contained than outdoors. Y'all get to the door over there. It's solid oak. Looks kind of worn down. There's an iron door handle looking thing. It pulls away from the party. Or rather, push it away from the party, I should say.
Well, check it for traps.
Alright, 1 second. Okay, you begin checking for traps. That is still not the correct paper. Okay. This is the room that the Dungeon Master made a goof on. Here, let me just determine. Becomes there. Okay, you check the door for traps. You do not detect any, and you are opening it.
Yes, trying to open the door.
The door opens without much resistance. You will peer inside a room that's about 30 feet by 30 feet or so. It has some very small pillars in the corners holding up kind of a curved archway. That, it's like a domed middle section, if that makes sense. The upper middle part of the roof goes up to maybe 12 to 15 feet, while the edges are closer to 10 feet, as you'd expect.
I forgot that you told us this loops around.
Yes, obviously the door has that extra door to the... the room has that extra door to the northwest, and the room appears empty.
Huh. Yeah, check for traps as we cross the room,
Right.
and then go to that door.
Thoroughly,
Dungeon
or
Master,
go ahead.
you have 2 room 29s.
I do. So this room is the goof room, or rather, the other one is. That one should be like room 54. But yes, good catch, Velvin. Good catch.
Yeah, it's out of character, so.
Not good catch.
Thanks.
Anyways, uh, so Ecroromede, thorough sweeping, poking, prodding at every square foot as the party will have to tell me the path they want to take,
Straight
or
across from from south to north,
okay,
and then straight across from middle of the room to the door on the west. And
mm-hmm.
yes, thorough.
Thorough. Okay, this will take some time. For every 10 feet checked, assume 10 minutes according to that, but I'll be nice and give you a 8 minutes. 8 times 4 is 32. Your odds are that. Alright, Ecroromede, you spend about half an hour working your way through this room, poking and prodding at every step along the way that you can find, checking for traps, looking here, looking there. To the best of your knowledge, you do not find any traps, either the easy way or the hard way.
Okay, check the door itself for traps.
Alright, another 10 minutes. The door does not appear to be trapped.
Alright, open it.
The door opens towards the party. As you
Okay.
pull it open, you know, there's kind of a foul gust of wind that comes through as a passageway essentially opens up and some stagnant air gets a chance to move around. It's a little bit dusty, the air, too. This opens up into a section of hallway that continues westward for about 80 or so more feet before curving southward again. Picture coming below. Closer to 100, actually, isn't it? Yeah, like 110.
Alright, moving forward. This is not the thorough check, but I will still be checking for traps along the way.
I'm reducing it to like 2 minutes per 10 feet then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, that becomes 22 minutes. Becomes doop, doop. Alright. And yeah, it takes about 20 or so minutes to go through that thing, and as you look south, you'll see it continues south for about 30 or so more feet before hitting a door. This door is very sturdily reinforced iron, and it's like chained, padlocked. There's an actual obvious lock here, and it looks like people tried to barricade it with some wooden supports or something at one point or another, where the barricades are facing away from the party, if you will. Like, it's leaning up against the door towards the floor, diagonally, if that makes sense. Whoever it was that set those up did not want this door opened.
Okay.
From this side, though.
So it would appear.
Yeah. So they were holding something back on the other side.
Gauging by the hinges, the door opens towards the party.
Yep. That makes sense. Yep.
I won't need a minute.
Any noticeable damage on the door?
No, the door itself looks pretty good. It's like flush with the section of the wall, though. If you tried to peer around through it, you couldn't see through a crack in it. It's like right up in there. They may have even packed it with dirt or something to seal it up. I'm gonna quickly look up a thing. Y'all can tell me your actions, though. This also gives you time to think, because I imagine as Ecroromede, you're gonna check the door for traps. Other people might think, so this gives you all appropriate time as I quickly look this thing up.
Do we attempt to unbarricade the door?
Yes.
I have no tools for such work, but I guess I can make do prying with...
Oh, you didn't say it was nailed shut, just barricaded with stuff leaning against it is what I heard.
Yep. You should be able to move the barricades without much difficulty.
So I'm going to go for a couple of drags real quick.
Okay.
I've got to check the weather. I think it's starting to run thunder here.
Alright.
It's gonna rain, Dad.
It's gonna rain. One day it's gonna rain. It always rains one day.
Gina, get the fuck out of Canada.
Yeah, it's raining here every day.
The unbarring takes a few minutes, and the checking of traps begins. During this time, Dave, Velvin, you pull out your bow, get it at the ready. Are you notching an arrow or just keeping your bow in hand?
Knocked and ready.
Knocked and ready. Okay, obviously you're not drawing, because as you know, you
Nope.
can't draw a bow for extended periods of time. Your arm would get tired.
Correct.
Alright. And Vasa, for your part, you draw forth your hand axe and falchion, ready to start swinging if needed. You all have your standard position. Cleric's in the back. She rolls her shoulder and holds forth her dice on a string holy symbol. And waits. And yeah, Ecroromede starts working at the thing, poking it here, poking it there, pulling this, pulling that. I'm delaying, obviously, because he's not around tonight. I don't want to go for it without. That brings that to there, however, and that brings that to there. And reasonably, he's working at this for 10, maybe even more minutes, given how heavily barred it is. And he wants to do a decent job, I imagine, so... obviously, I'm not going to make you wait 10 IRL minutes to think of things while we do this, but still he gets back. Temple of the Fuzzy Dice. You back, girls?
Yes, I'm back. And we are having a thunderstorm here, so if I lose connection, you know what happened.
I do. Okay, should I just max this thing out? Yeah, I'm going to max it out.
Y'all lose internet during thunderstorms there?
Sometimes.
Damn.
Power, usually, and internet tends to go with power.
Yeah, well, if you lose your power, yeah.
Okay, my math is correct. So, Ecroromede, you unbar the thing and check it for traps to the best of your ability. It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay, I'm gonna remove my helmet for a moment and do a hear noise.
Alright, you take off your helmet, put your ear to the door. Let me see. Nope. What is your percent chance? I'll give you like an odd one.
Hear noise. 20.
20. You press your ear to the door very carefully and try and tune out the sounds of your companion's breathing or shifting around slightly. You know, the cleric in her chainmail or plate mail, every time she breathes, it moves and flexes slightly with her, and yeah, you don't discern anything audible from the other side that's worth noting. There might be like a current or a draft, but again, this thing's packed tight.
Okay. Helmet back on. And try the door, see if it's locked.
The door is indeed locked, as you can tell by like the giant padlock over the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Try to open locks.
What's your percent?
My percentage, I'm flipping to it.
Now the lock does appear old. You might be able to break it off if you wanted to.
25%.
You get out your thieves' picks and tools and start picking.
Hold on, something's loose right there.
Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, that's right. 25.
And after, a minute digging out your tools and getting them ready, selecting the right pick and working the lock, it takes about 2 or 3 minutes of picking, and then you hear a definitive click, and the large padlock pops open.
Okay. Yes. I will pocket that lock.
Okay.
Okay. That done. Look at the party, see that they're ready.
Alright, your companions, as they've stated in actions, and the cleric has her holy symbol up and ready to go.
Okay. And I will open the door.
Alright. The door opens towards the party. It's kind of like you've got the high strength rating because of the gauntlets of Ecroromede, but even with that, it's surprisingly tough. You gotta force it, It makes a horrible clanking noise, like a grinding, metal scraping metal. And it stops after a little bit, and you gotta yank it harder, and there might have been addition... Go ahead.
Excuse me.
I need that dumpster brought in off the street.
Okay, I'll go get it. Guys, I gotta go do a thing. I'll be back in a minute or two.
Alright, I will hold. And while holding, I'm gonna go get myself a drink. BRB.
Me too.
Water out there. Does Faith play any kind of board games like this?
No, she plays a game called Magic, which is a card game. Kind of like the same thing stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember the old aliens off Sesame Street?
The old
Yep.
aliens off of
Yep, yep.
Sesame Street.
Okay.
How do
Yep,
you
yep, yep, yep.
interpret that deadly shot ability?
I can't say I do.
That was all they ever said was yep, 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 yep.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real
so
here.
for
I
attack
did not
value
watch
is
a ton of
only
Sesame
one.
Street as a
You
kid.
roll a skull, you get 2 skulls.
Okay.
Well,
So if they're up on like where they are now, they got 2 skulls. That's 4.
4
hits.
should be, yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. So yeah,
Thank
the
you.
door is kind of tough to move even with your high strength rating. That being said, you've got a high strength rating, so you are able to move it. How wide are you opening the door?
Depends on what I'm seeing inside.
Alright, well, as you see it inside, it appears to be a fairly ordinary room. Give me a second, I'll get you a thing of it. The room appears to be maybe 40 feet or so deep, and it's wide enough that at first you can't see the walls, left and right of you. It's not a passage, it's a proper sized room. But further on, obviously, you can't see the corners, but you can see that the walls are about 30 or so feet apart. I can get you a picture of that in a second, obviously. You opening the door further?
I don't see any creatures or anything.
No, not at this time.
Okay, then I'll continue to open it.
And you continue to open it. Alright, give me a, just give me an idea of how wide you're opening it. You won't see any more creatures as you open it further.
How wide is this door?
The door itself is about 8 or so feet wide.
Then about 2/3 of the way open.
2/3 the way open. Thank you. Okay. So yes, that is the room that you all have seen. The doors that are not the north door are fairly common oak door with the iron knocker that you saw earlier. That kind of stuff.
Okay. And there's nothing in the room other than the doors that I can
Nope.
see from where I'm at?
Although you all are entitled to a perception check now.
Oh, goody. 9, so I made it by 4.
Alright, everyone else, let me roll for the cleric.
1 second.
Oof. 8?
Oof.
Vasa.
I missed by 1. I rolled a 15 of 14.
Well,
I'll put it in.
Vasa and Ecroromede, and they'll probably tell you Velvin, so you'll find out soon enough anyways. The other sections of the dungeon have had their thick layers of dust here and there, so on and so forth. Debris that just accumulates over time in a dungeon. Skin gets in the air, settles on stuff. This area, it's like brand new almost. The stone and the bricks and so forth. It looks clean. Polished, you could say.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Ecroromede, you look up at the ceiling. It's about 20 feet or so up this section of it. No, nothing up there. Although the ceiling
No
is
wax?
also clean.
Is
No,
it
no
not shiny
ceiling
and
wax. Maybe
Huh.
they waxed it because it is very clean.
Your mic's off?
Okay, do I see any distortions in the room, like of something invisible or transparent?
You peer around, checking for invisibility, and no, nothing so far.
Wrong.
What is the party's action at this time?
Do I see anything that looks like it might allow for water into or out of the room?
You look around. So far, no. It's just a stone 30-foot by 40-foot room. There isn't even any pillars in this one.
Alright.
Alright. Vasa, which weapon are you sheathing to draw out a dagger? Alright, you sheath your falchion and draw forth a dagger. Anyone else doing anything right now?
I'm gonna wait to see what results Vasa gets.
No.
I'm just holding with my bow.
Alright, now I'm
Keeping
gonna be
overwatch.
nice and say Vasa calls that out before throwing, because otherwise a Ecroromede behind you, you'd hear like the sheathing of a blade, but that would be it. Anyways, Vasa, you toss a dagger into the room. Clunk, clank, clink. I don't know exactly what kind of noise it would make, and yeah, the dagger lands in the room, and it's there. Nothing out of the ordinary seems to happen.
Okay, Dungeon Master, I will poke my head in and look both left and right.
All right, the corners are clear.
All right. I will probe the floor as I go in,
Checking for traps.
checking for traps.
Thorough.
Yes.
Okay, where is the party's destination as you go on in? What's your route?
Like to almost the center of the room and then to the east door.
East door. Duly noted. Alright, you pick and poke and poke. Yes, poke and prod. And, okay, I'm going to call that about 25 minutes because there's a diagonal section there. Alright. To the best of your knowledge, the room is not trapped. Well, the section that you've gone ahead. The wooden door does not appear to have a lock or even a proper handle. It's just sort of like an iron knocker thing. Maybe it's used to pull it, although the door appears to open away from the party.
Oh, that was all. All tomorrow are 1,840 points.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have thought it was way more.
A lot of them are low cost. All right, Dungeon Master, I will try to push this door open.
Right. The door pushes open very easily. It swings forward on kind of rusty iron hinges. Let out a sharp squeal as you push it open.
Okay. What lays beyond?
Get into that. Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second. What you see in front of you is another stone passage, about 50 or so feet long, 10 feet wide, before it curves south and out of sight. And this is actions for the round.
Is this double M going robotic for anybody else?
No.
No?
It's Skynet. They're taking over.
It's the fucking Russians.
Nah, you might need to restart your Discord or something. Could be your net. It does that sometimes.
It was just a little bit there. It seems fine.
Alright. Well, maybe it was just me. Okay, Ecroromede, like, cautious, poking for traps each step of the way, or just a general sweep?
General sweep.
Alright. This passage, of course, curves south, leading to this thing. Turns south, goes for another 30 feet, and meets a door. This door is much like the previous door. It seems to open towards the party, though, but that's what the iron knocker-looking thing set into the handle seems to be set for. It's like a ring you could pull, or you could knock it against the door.
Okay. Again, check for traps, and then pull it open if it will.
Alright, checking for traps on the door thoroughly.
Yeah.
And yeah, that takes a bit of time. To the best of your knowledge, the door is not trapped. You pull it open towards you cautiously, peering around, looking for any monsters or anything like that. You will see a room about 40 feet wide and 30 feet deep, resembling that. You don't see any monsters of any sort. The ceiling, of course, remains at this 20-foot high thing that this section of the dungeon seems to have. The Stillmore continues to be very clean. This room features very little in terms of dungeon dressings. I didn't bother dressing it much. However, set into the west wall, not marked here because I'm a fucking idiot, that's why, there is a lever that would go either upwards or downwards, which is currently in the down position. The lever would be about as long as your arm for sense of scope here. It's a big thing, hard to miss.
Alright. Party, y'all want to wait here while I go check the lever?
You're just gonna check it, not pull it?
Oh no, I'll probably pull it after I check it.
Oof. If you think that's what's best, then I'll wait.
Okay. Alright, Dungeon Master, I'm going to probe over to the lever.
Alright, probing, good call, good way of saying it. It takes you a few minutes to probe across, no traps detected. I'm going to give you a 5, actually, just for simple numbers. And you check the lever for traps?
Yes, I do.
Alright, advancing time. Alright, the lever does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Look over at the party, make sure that they're still in the hallway, and I will move lever to the up position.
Alright. With your strength, it's fairly easy to move the lever, and you hear a satisfying clunk noise as you get it into the upward position.
Okay. In that case, we will move back to room 30.
Can I take a wild stab in the dark here? Actually, no, I shouldn't. I'm the dungeon
Nope.
master. You all go ahead and tell me what you wish to do.
Ecroromede. My thought was, before we pulled the lever, to not pull a lever until we need to pull a lever. Because what if we unleash some ungodly hell, right? Until we find something like a locked door or something that the lever might activate, what's the point in activating it? Could have just flooded this whole chamber with water.
Mm.
Potentially.
Potentially. But
Maybe
then
I'm overthinking it. You have more experience in these dungeons than I do, sir.
It's a 50-50 chance. So let's go to the door on the south wall of room 30. Again,
South
probing from one door to that one.
Oh, you probe for traps. Nothing much of note there. Okay, the south door, it's a more sturdy-looking wooden door. Some iron fittings and such, as opposed to the plain wood that the east and west doors were. It appears to have a...
In that case, let's go to the west door.
Alright, I'm redacting and switching you over to there. You probe over to the west door, all good.
Okay, now we would have probed over to this one, but seeing as how it's different construction, I want to handle the one on the west that's the same construction as the one on the east.
Okay, so you're still probing over there, then changing your mind and probing back. Done. Okay. And let me guess, you're checking that door for traps, following any passage, and so on and so forth?
Yes.
In that case, let me advance a little bit of time here. Wouldn't you know it, this one's also called 31 because they're the same thing. Lever set into the east wall. This one's also in the down position. And that time should be about there.
Okay, move it to the up position.
Alright, that goes into the up position without any protest and makes a nice satisfying clunk noise.
Now we go back to room 30 again.
Alright, room 30, south door.
Yes.
Alright. The south door to room 30 opens without much resistance after you poke and check it for traps. This opens up into a narrow, like 10 to 8 or so foot wide passageway, which, hey, wouldn't you know it, another door at the south. The dungeon continues to be smooth and 20 or so feet tall.
Okay, probing, check door for traps. And you're confusing me that you're putting these in actions and out of character.
Yep. I was
Damn it, I'm
wondering where all
sorry.
these newest ones were. I was like in out of character. I'm like, what
Rip.
rooms are they talking about? I
Apologies.
don't see them. It's okay.
Oh, here. I'm skipping the rest of that. You'll see it on the big thing later.
Okay.
Apologies. Okay. So you probe over to this door. It's similar to the door you just passed through with the more reinforced wood. Oh, my bad, actually. No, this one is not. This one seems to be made of solid metal. Or what? Well, yeah. Something like that. Very sturdy. It's also open. I apologize for that.
Oh,
What do we see beyond?
Room 32 is a 30-foot by 30-foot thing with a solid closed iron door at the side of it. And it, yeah. Other than that, it's pretty barren. I apologize for
we have
informing
not
you.
found the lever for this door yet.
Okay. Are the floor of 32 clean?
Yes.
Okay. Probing down to the southern door.
Mm-hmm.
Check for traps.
Alright. You don't detect any traps. Probing and detecting puts you to there, to there.
And try to open.
Alright. This thing appears to open towards you, and there are no obvious handles. Like, you can tell there's a door here. There's, like, kind of a crack in between. You can sorta, if you squint, see through a little bit of a hallway. Not much details there. And, like, there's a crack by the floor, by the ceiling. You can sort of feel a draft pushing through as well. But there's no handle. There's nothing to grab onto. You might be able to, like, wiggle your finger and pull, but...
Yeah, no, that's a good way to lose
You
your
might be
finger.
able to, like, shove against it. Maybe it goes the other way. You're not sure. But, again, no handles.
Yeah, try and see if it slides, like, left or right.
It does move around a bit because you got that thing. Give me a d20.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6. Okay. So yeah, you'll be able to start maneuvering it a bit, and despite the builder's intentions of this being, oh, you need to pull the levers, you are actually able to move it around a fair bit because they didn't build it as smart as they thought they were. Anyways, so you begin. It does pull towards you as you get kind of a thing. You have to like wiggle it this way, wiggle it that way, so on and so forth. And as you're doing this, you can almost feel the counterweight that they set up moving with you. Shoddy construction job I rolled. In any which case, while you're doing this, the other two members of the party can give me perception checks. Oh, 3. That's right. You have a cleric with you. Ha. Alright, I see a 13 and a 9, a 14. Sweet. So the cleric rolled a 1. So, let's see, that's a pass by 5, that's a pass by 6, and that's a pass by more than 5 or 6. So the cleric is going to see it first, and the rest of you all are going to catch on quickly afterwards, with the exception of Ecroromede, who's going to be looking at the door while he works on this, which is fine, because Mead, the cleric, is going to scream out something to you, and you're not so focused on your work, it requires a perception check. The thing is, Mead, look out! As everyone else, you'll see something green and oozing crawling around on the ceiling that just dropped onto Mead. And party. Dice initiative.
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 First. 2.
2. Okay, now I'll need actions.
Dungeon Master, is it green slime?
It is not green slime.
Ooh.
It's like a green creature then?
Something. It was crawling around on the ceiling. It's flat. Looks kind of bubbly. It almost... jelly is what I want to say here, but I shouldn't. But yeah, it's some type of jelly. That being said, your cloak of displacement fails to affect it. It's wide enough to cover the area by the thing when it heard the noise. Anywho, mark off a stone skin Ecroromede, as that's kind of gonna get eaten away by this thing's attack. Yeah, no, Vasa, at this point the thing has got me. It dropped down on the ceiling for him. Ooh, Ecromede's going to employ a shocking grasp. Belvin?
I'm so unsure what. I don't want to fucking shoot an arrow at it. I think I'm gonna stick Mead. Because it's like translucent, right? I could see through this thing, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. If it's a jelly, it would be translucent.
I'm going to. Okay.
I need to look at a spell for the cleric, because she does have cure diseases, and this may or may not work on this. Oh, but the casting time is 1 turn. Fuck, no, she's not using that. Holding actions until further notice. Okay, I need to quickly check something on the cleric. What else does she have? This probably wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. These are cure. That's a bonus, and that's a that. It's not undead. Cleric is currently holding actions as well until she has a better idea while thumbing through spells. And, okay. So, standing back, and shocking grass. Okay, Ecroromede, the relatively negligible. This thing's on you, but it's not, like, consuming you. It doesn't swallow you whole type of deal. As such, you're gonna, like, try and wrestle out from under it. It's slopping all over you, though. You can feel its cold wetness or whatever the hell it is. And you reach out and touch it and give it a shocking grasp. You can dice damage. Bzzzt.
Max 18.
18, nice. Alright, and that does have an effect on it. There's the sizzling smell mixed with the chilly smell, and this is still the wrong thing. 1 second. And the creature, whatever the hell it is, kind of slides off you, goes like numb for a second. And it looks like there's 2 of them now. Like one slid off you to the left, one slid off you to the right, and after a second they start moving again.
Okay.
I need to check how this works just to be sure. Okay. At this point, I'm going to half their hit points also.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, this thing, I probably shouldn't say it, but it has a thing, if it's struck by a lightning bolt, it says, I'm just going to apply that to electrical attacks, though, for the fun of it. Alright, this puts us at the end of that mini round, so let's just get a new here. The things are off of meat at this time. And Vasa, I need an action from you. I'll need to look that up. Grills, you get bonus XP if you can think of a good rhyme.
Oh, okay.
Attack with darts, not wanting to lose my 2's best melee weapons. Okay, Vasa, A or B? A being left, B being right. And Velvin, likewise. Cleric, B. Okay.
Whichever one is physically closest to me.
They're both equally close.
Equally close? Then you roll a dice and determine.
Okay, well said. You'll also be going for B. So let me think, from this house I make you turn into a mouse. Well done, Ecroromede. 10 XP. You can stick that all on magic user, though. Now, even though I said that in about a segment, it takes 3 segments to use the wand. During this time party, let's see, initiative's unneeded here, actually. We've got some ranged attackers. Let's see, Velvin, you already had that. Vasa, you're going to have to sheath one of your weapons to start drawing forth darts. This makes you lose something on that initiative. Thus, Velvin, you attack twice per round with the bow, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Velvin, you may roll to hit. And Ecroromede, you know, he backs off and draws forth his rod or wand. Sorry, it's a wand.
And I missed real bad. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3, yeah. Well, good news, you're not hitting meat with that either. Anyways, so yeah, you missed that first shot. It either hits the thing and shatters or hits and bounces, whichever. And Vasa, you drop or sheath your weapon to go for a dart. During this time, Ecroromede, you pull out your wand, and the creatures try to attack you. Now, they're not intelligent enough to be fooled by displacement, so it doesn't affect them. That said, they aren't.
In other words, they're not going by sight.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where art thou, thine monster attack matrix by this? This rolled a that. What is your armor class at this moment?
Without displacement, 0.
0. Alright, thank you. Funny enough, even if you were displaced, it could have hit you there. 2, 1, 3 is 6. So you take... No, you take a stone skin. Bring for it. The other one misses. Alright, the creatures have had their attack. Vasa, you get your dart up. You may roll to hit on B. The left one would be A. Great. Anyway, Vasa, waiting on that roll to hit. A 6 as a thief of 8th level. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a miss. You toss the dart, but in the panic and confusion, you twist your wrist the wrong way, and it hits the door. Alright, Ecroromede, you pull out the wand, and you are not touching the creature. You are, using the beam, the green beam thing. And yes.
Oh, I thought I would touch it.
But, I mean, you could do either. I figured you'd specify if you wanted to touch it.
Well, if I touch it, it doesn't get a saving throw, correct?
This is true. You didn't specify, but I will allow you to redact it. This keeps you in melee with them, obviously.
Well, obviously, I was still in melee since it attacked me.
Well, yeah, I assumed you'd move back. Great point. That's bleh on me. Anyways, yeah, roll to hit.
2.
Are you fucking kidding me?
As a 9th level fighter.
Fighter, 9th, 2. I'm giving you your +3 from strength for your 17. For 17, no, for 5.
Your weapon set to defender?
It's not a sword, it's a wand.
Oh, it's a wand.
You rolled a 2. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh of all the times.
Jolly's still gonna hit.
That's still a hit. Yeah, it has armor class 8. You hit 7 with your bonuses. And a small little mouse is over there on the ground, kind of twitching a little bit, because in body it's a mouse, but in mind it's an Oshire jelly, or however you pronounce that.
Ochre.
Belvin.
Ochre.
Ochre jelly, yeah. And yeah, for those of you keeping track, that's what it's called. I figure at this point, Media already had it. God damn
I'm
it.
looking. I've got it.
Monster Manual, page 75. Anyways, let's finish this fight. You got a mouse there that's essentially a non-encounter, and Velvin, you've got a bow attack on the other jelly.
And here it comes, rolling in. Ooh.
Now, Vasa, you with your 6 didn't even make the charts, even though this thing has armor class 8.
7 at 3rd.
Fighter, 3rd, 7. I'm sorry that isn't even on the charts. God damn. The party has rolled ow shit tonight. And Vasa, you will still get your 2nd dart and 3rd dart. So Vasa, finish us off for the round. Nope. Yes, dice damage. Actually, does this thing even get hit by normal weapons? Cold and fire-based attacks have normal effect. It says nothing about melee, so I'm gonna roll yes. For 1 points of damage, and yes, good call on you for not adding anatomy, because you have no clue what the fuck this thing is. Alright, that brings it to, there. Well done. This brings us into new round 2, technically. This first round was sort of a mini round. Want the other, melee. Yes, Ecroromede, don't forget to mark off your charges again. The one that is the actions channel.
Right now.
Oh, attack. So yeah, Ecroromede, if this thing was just a touch work immediately one segment, I would say that you have an equal chance of it as getting initiative and make you roll it, but since there's a 3 segment casting time, it should get a chance to attack you first, if that checks out. That being said, they have a pretty shitty chance to hit you, so it's fairly negligible. Vasa, what are you doing this round? The cleric is currently on standby. And yeah, girls, I apologize for laughing so hard at that too. That was just the funniest shit ever.
Thank you.
Stand by after seeing it turn one into a muse. Okay. So yeah, like I said, no need for initiative. Velvin rolled a hit. Velvin, it is your turn to hit.
Sorry, 19 at 3rd.
19 at 3rd hits. You can dice damage. Standard bow.
Yep.
Kitty cat.
I rolled a 5.
Nice. 5 points of damage brings that guy down to there. And Ecroromede, this thing tries to attack you. It misses. You may roll to hit.
3.
3. That hits. And boom. There are 2 mices. Mices?
Okay.
Mouses.
Okay. Are these mice doing anything?
Probably still trying to figure out how their bodies work.
Okay. Anybody got a container we could put these in?
No.
The Oshire jelly, or I don't know how to pronounce it. The jelly has no clue how to breathe like a mouse because it's not a mouse. Same for the carp, but it picked it up pretty quick once you put it in water. So these things won't die, most likely, but they're figuring their bodies out. Maybe the first one would start to, like, breathe a little easier, wiggle itself around, figure out how its body worked.
Well, while they're still fighting with that, I'll pick them up
Right,
and hold one in each hand. So where are we putting them?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see what I'm checking my.
I have a large sack, but that's a little too big for these little guys, I think.
They chew through that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of them's definitely twitching around a bit more, Velvin.
Didn't we get an iron box? Like one of the chests we got? No, we left that. We gave that to the guys who picked it. Yeah. Oh. Let,
All right, Dungeon Master, I have 10 empty vials.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2 vials, put 1 in each vial, and drop a little bit of food in there with them. And yeah.
Are you stoppering the vials?
No, because if I do that, they'll suffocate.
Hmm. So,
So
where are you keeping these open vials of rats?
right now, I'm just going to have to keep them upright in my offhand, my shield hand,
Okay.
and I have to figure something better out for this in the near future.
Alright. I'm gonna have to think for a second. Rats probably can't escape a glass vial. We might be thinking of different sizes for vials, but I'll allow it for now.
Okay.
it's a mouse, not a rat, right?
Yeah.
Yep, mouse. Rats can be huge. Jesus.
And rats could potentially climb. I don't think a mouse would be able to climb glass
Hmm.
if the vial is the size I'm thinking, because it's big enough to put an arrow into, right?
Now, reasonably,
I'm,
I have you lather it out onto your arrow carefully.
Oh, okay, so it is a fairly small vial.
I'd assume so, yeah. In keeping with the fact that you actually don't need that much poison to get an effect of it.
Ooh, you know what I do have, Mead?
what?
I got this, the potion of extra healing. There's the glass bottle from this. That should be bigger than a vial, right?
Yeah.
Would that be big enough to hold 2 mice?
Dungeon Master?
Reasonably, yeah.
So we're gonna pour out a potion of extra healing to
Well,
take these mice.
I wouldn't pour it out.
Oh, pour it into your small empty vials.
Uh, that or I could drink it.
You need the health?
I'm a little down.
Well, drink away. And I hand him my potion of extra healing. Taking it off my character sheet.
Alright, Ecroromede, you've been handed a potion. Vial in one hand, potion in the other. Make sure you drink the right one.
Yeah, I'll swap with him. You hold the vials while I
Okay,
drink the potion.
I've got him.
Alright, and yeah, Ecroromede, this is a potion of extra healing. Let me check. There's actually a cheat sheet here. Potion of extra healing is 3d8 plus 3. Roll it.
Holy hell.
1 plus 7 plus 2. You said 3 die 8 plus 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so
13, I
13
believe.
total.
Okay, well, I was down by 7, so I'm at 100%
Yeah,
now, and that takes care
Chromie,
of my
you
burn
have the
damage.
juice as you chow down on that delicious fluid. I need to quickly check something. Give me a second here, please.
I bet you it tastes like blue raspberries.
Sure, this one tasted like blue raspberries. I can live with that. Potion, healing. H. Oh, extra healing is probably unearthed arcana. 1 second. Potion. Oh, extra healing would be E, though, wouldn't it? And yeah, Chromede, 400 XP for the consumption and use of a magic item.
Sweet, thank you.
Burn in hell. Burn in hell.
Yep. Hey, this is the thing. Kragen's got a potion of superheroism that is worth XP too, but he isn't getting it till he uses it.
Okay, so now we're going to transfer the mice to the potion bottle and put my vials away. Now,
I think we could cork it with some cloth and they wouldn't suffocate.
you know what? I'm just going to
They can chew through that again. Yeah.
just gonna keep it upright until we get something like wire mesh or something better, and hopefully I don't drop it or spill them out.
All right.
Do you think we could take the time to prop them up inside your backpack or something?
No,
like-
because if I'm
no?
jumping around, that might jostle over.
Okay. All right. Let's move.
All right.
Right. Well, party. Proceeding forward, I presume.
Okay,
Mhm.
we were in what, 32, or we
Yep.
went beyond
32, and you just opened the door south. The creature had been lurking around in a room south and had heard the noise, and slowly, these things only have a movement rate of 3, started oozing its way over there on the ceiling, as these things tend to do. So, there is some good news, party. Would you like the good news?
Yes.
Good news is the dungeon's almost done. As such, let me go ahead and give you all something. A little bit of, not quite meta, but of Choo Choo Railroad, because I assume y'all don't really want to go through some rooms that are pointless now.
Well, we'd want to make sure we were thorough, but
So I will
yeah.
give you the thoroughness. This is the section below, including room 34. What happened is rooms 33 and 31 were sets of levers to open the iron doors of room 32, but I had to check. The iron doors of 32 were actually pretty shit, it turns out, so you could move them around with an exceptional strength rating, hence why you're able to do so. The levers on 33 opened the south door, the levers of 31 opened the north door. It was meant as sort of a double lock system until the jelly moved in, and it could pass around into any of these rooms easy enough, and it did. So the people left and barricaded the doors. Speaking of which, that door to the south of 34, none of this is trapped, by the way, and I'm going to advance a wee bit of time for, checking of all this, but not nearly as much as you'd expect. So yeah,
Okay.
that door, south of 34, is pretty heavily barred, it feels like, because, it doesn't look this bad from this side, but if you try and open it, it's like, oh, something's locked this at the other end. Now, would the party like a second gimme?
Sure.
Right. Y'all know how you wanted to, Velvin wanted to get his armor from 38, and there's, that door by 36?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So first off, it's getting kind of late. The party's going to want to stop for lunch. Choo-choo. Choo-choo your food, in this
Does
case.
this lead into 36?
Yes, this leads towards 36. Specifically, a room number 35. And that's where I'm going to move y'all to. You basically backtrack or force your way through one way or the other. And yeah, that room to the lower left over there is 36, and that room up north is 34. Haha. Which means, after the party clears 35, they will have cleared the dungeon. Speaking of which, wouldn't you know it, 35 is a room that is about 30 feet by 30 feet. And if you, open the door, it opens towards the party. You'll see at the north end there is a treasure chest that is nestled between two pillars. The chest is closed and appears locked.
Immediately start the rope trick.
Yeah, the rope.
Alright, the rope. You avoid springing the fire trap. The chest moves very easily because as you open it, either by smashing it open or by successfully picking the lock, I'll let you have attempted each, it is empty. It was another trap set by the Lich, who you killed. GG, party.
And we're not done here.
Indeed. That being said, I can successfully post a thing here to you. Now, there might be stuff I haven't added to this that is there, but this should be what y'all know of. Bloop.
Whoop.
Yes, I am sufficiently insane that I made this thing in about one sitting.
I like it.
Because
It's
we
nuts.
did not get the Lich's staff.
Indeed. So, now y'all have the room guide. This should be a lot easier now. Where does the party wish to go? Advancing time, make sure you all marked off lunch.
I did.
Yep. Where, oh, where could that little dog be?
I'm thinking 50 or 51, since it had the Gray Philosopher and the Malices that were guarding that.
Oh, and we
But-
didn't check those after we fought the Lich, did we?
No. And I don't think the Lich went too damn far away before coming back to counterattack.
It came back within about 10 minutes.
Yeah, most of that time was spent healing.
So yeah, I'm going to say we go check 50.
50, 51.
50 and 51.
50 and 51 are as you left them. Both of them had traps that you avoided, and I assume y'all aren't going to trigger the traps and be smart about it.
No.
Yeah. No staff leaning up against a wall.
All right, let's go check 28.
28. Damn, I need help in my own dungeon these days. Okay, the room with the butts. Yes. Yeah, so that's the butt room. It's mostly a cave. The butts have not moved back in, nor has any other monster at this point.
Okay, try room 29. I believe that was
29.
the Death Watch beetle.
Yep, Death Watch Beetle, more cave. Nothing doing over there that you can tell.
Wonder if he left it in the hands that the scimitar were in 26.
Yeah, we could go check that.
Does the party wish to check that?
Sure.
All right, you check it. And that room is unchanged. Hey, Vasa,
All
do
right.
you still have that scimitar with you? Vasa?
Pretty sure she does.
That's in game chat, but that wasn't me talking as the cleric. You want to put it back? Or are you keeping it? Because the hands are still open awaiting the scimitar. Which really should have been what triggered the door, but I forgot, so I changed the puzzle. Keep.
You told me that they didn't want the scimitar back, but if it wants the scimitar back, I'll give it back.
Alright, you put the scimitar back, and the statue bows its head. 5 XP. Alright. Back onto
Alright.
the puzzle. Did I make this obscure? I don't think I did, which is annoying.
Check 27.
27. 1 second. Where is 27?
Under 26.
Underneath 26. Okay, yeah, no, that's the thing. The empty cubby holes of the scrolls that y'all cleared out are still there, but no staff.
Okay.
Is it the party's intention to go through every room in the dungeon, if they need to?
If I have to, yes.
Alright, in that case, shall I choo-choo speed y'all along?
Please do.
Okay. Also, will the party be rechecking 52? Music list, where is it?
Yeah.
Alright. So, here. I can't find it. Damn, you know, that's
I
fine.
don't
I'm going to
see
give you all the
52.
rest of the day to do this. It's about 3 p.m. roughly. So y'all go to 52 and poke around some more. Ecroromede, you find on the Lich's throne there is a button set by the right armrest, and after careful examining, you believe it does something. You don't think it's trapped you. Push it. There's a clicking noise, and a room opens up on the mid-eastern wall. Like behind the throne type of deal.
Damn.
Okay.
Now, to the fun part. The room contains things. The things specifically are the room itself being about 10 feet by 10 feet. Various chests and such. You poke, check if they're mimics and such, but to no end. Some are filled with silver, some are filled with gold, some are a mix of the two. There's some gemstones and such. There's what appears to be a different kind of staff. There's a set of red robes, and a couple books, and a couple scrolls.
Okay.
Books.
Mm-hmm. Now, later on, the party will check room 16, which was the Lich's scrying pool, and that was its fallback sanctuary. It left the staff leaning up against a wall there, so you'll recover that as well.
16.
The one with the blue dot.
Ah, yes.
The clean water that we couldn't understand
Scrying
why
pool.
was so clean.
Scrying pool.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And we will also hit 38 on our way through here somewhere
Yes.
too, and I'll grab my old armor.
This concludes all the treasure in the dungeon. There is still those copper over by like 13 and such, if the party wants to try and grab that.
Okay. Are we going to be able to transport all of the gold and electrum? And those gems are going in the bag holding straight up.
Alright, 13 gemstones. As far as the gold and silver, not electrum, it's silver, from the Lich that is, there's a few thousand of each, so not going to be easy. These chests are fairly small, they hold about 1,000 coins each. There's multiples of them. Here, I really need some music, I'm sorry. Helps me focus.
Alright. Well,
Now, the off-world knowledge is that by room 22, where the, not 22, 20, where the Grey Philosopher lived, to room 51, there is a secret passage that the Lich knew about. And just kind of darted through there, and that's how it got so quickly from 16 over to 52.
16 to 52?
You go from 16,
Oh, okay.
you go north, north, north over to 20, there's a secret passage by 51 and 20, and then you take that to 52. That's how it was able to get back so fast. And you're right, it would have taken more than 10 minutes to do that healing and that travel, but as I said, the Lich used the Sojourn spell or whatever that's called to, it could contemplate or heal itself quickly, and that was its intent. Fuck, I have to retreat, let me heal up quickly and go back when they're not expecting it. I played a Lich,
so
as smart as I could.
I believe we emptied out all of the coin that I had in the bag of holding.
Yes.
So 13 gems, 2 staves, the 3 books, the robes, and Dungeon Master. Being careful not to overload the bag. How much? Well, can we get all the gold?
That's what I'm checking. Gold, absolutely. Bag of holding, I'm checking what else you're gonna want. Just give me a sec. That's a portable hole. Okay, you have the one that holds 1,000 pounds, which is 10,000 gold pieces, or 10,000 coins.
Let me check.
Weighs 35 pounds, yep.
£1,000, 35 pounds, yes.
Yep. So yeah, that's enough for the 3,222 GP. 13 gems, the 2 staffs. Do you want to take the red robes?
We will take those as well.
They are red ornate robes.
Okay.
Very beautiful.
They seem very nice. There is a few books and miscellaneous scrolls. Careful checking for traps or detection of magic reveals them to be non-magical in nature. Unless the party wishes to try and read it to trigger the explosive rooms, let me know.
Okay, how many scrolls?
It's just a random number. I just invented these now. They're not treasure. Well, not in the typical sense.
Okay, so we got gold pieces and electrum pieces.
Yeah. Now, gold and silver. It's
Gold
silver,
and
I'm
silver,
sorry.
oh.
It is still silver. 14 scrolls. 2 books. So yeah, all that fits in just fine. Does the party want to take 3,000 odd silver pieces as well?
I believe so.
From the Lich's Hoard?
As long as we're not pushing
Taking
it faster.
silver instead of that, yeah. You should still be good. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even go to the other thing and get copper.
No.
Please don't. Yeah. Okay.
No.
With this party, you have cleared the dungeon. There is nothing else of note here. There's like some copper here and there. There's like some silver over there, but does the party really want that? I'll just throw a couple hundred gold pieces wherever next if you all leave here now.
We're leaving.
We're going to clear out.
Over the course of the next month, monsters will move in, move out. Who knows? Anyways, I have what the party has with them. Poor Lich. You did your job beautifully, terrorizing the party. Where is that treasure? Loot to be identified. Bloop. There we go. Okay, so I have in Mead's thing there. Alright.
Back
GG
at the
party.
top side. What time of day will we make it top side?
Oh, this is going to take you the rest of the day. It will be day
Okay.
212, but, you know, night falls.
Then we will eat dinner.
This is the DM's way of just quickly getting you all through this without dragging, when it doesn't really need to be, because who really enjoys that? Oh, I searched this room simulator.
It was actually day 213 we were on.
Oh yeah, this is day 213, correct? 10 XP.
Yep.
Alright, and eating lunch. Let me check for the fun possibilities of encounters. I need to check that.
Knocking off my food and my food for the horse. I'm sure the other guy is feeding him for me.
I'm gonna say skip that. And again, I gotta check. Should I? I'm a real party. I'm rolled up an encounter that could happen, but I don't feel like running it. Nah. The man in blue points his fingers at the shadow demon and tells it to go somewhere else tonight. It's not that I don't want you all to die horribly to terrible monsters that I've rolled up. It's that literally, right now, I know y'all are gonna kill it in 2 rounds, and I couldn't give a shit.
It's the other way around. You don't want your monsters to die horribly to us.
I can always make new ones. That's not a problem.
I mean Ecroromede.
Calc, bloop. Okay. Yeah.
We are eating dinner around the fire.
Is this dinner or lunch?
This would be dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, we're spending the night before we take off.
Right.
That was the counterpoint to letting y'all kind of blitz through the last minutes of it. Okay. The night passes without event. Again. Nice and quiet.
Okay. We get up in the morning, and Dungeon Master, I need to get a couple of spells back.
All right, go ahead.
Ecroromede, before we go to sleep, we should figure out a solution to a problem we have.
That problem.
The mice.
Yeah, we will set the potion bottle, upright next to a tree sapling and use a little bit of cord to secure it so it cannot fall over. And again, make sure they've got a little bit of food in there with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, one of them might have been eating. The other one's missing an ear.
Well, remember, I gave them food before.
Oh yeah, they're hungry. The jellies
Okay.
patrol endlessly in search of food, even though the mice are, they have bellies to be filled. The jelly does not.
All right, so yeah, I'm only going to need 24 minutes to get the spells that I'm down.
Yep, you should be able to get that the prior night.
Okay. Well, in that case, they're going on the cleric, and
2 stone skins.
then I'll rememorize so that I have 2 in memory.
All right. And then morning comes, light shines upon Denalia. You doing anything special?
Nothing special. Eat breakfast. Make sure we have all of our loots, our jar of mice. Give them a little more food.
The cleric offers to hold on to that for you if you'd like.
Just don't spill them out. And okay. And with that, Dungeon Master, we will get our shit in gear, get mounted up, and head back to the city.
All right. Travel speed.
I believe we were capable of doing, 1 or 1.5 in this rough terrain?
Roughly 1.5, yeah.
Okay. Because, I got my buddy Jaziel. I can...
I mean,
match
you
the
could just
party.
fly above the tree chops nice and easy.
Yeah.
Okay, and did I never replace that? Oops. Oh, well, I'll just have to reroll if I roll up a 12. Oh, damn, the first 6 hours of travel pass without event. That brings you all to
Very good.
lunchtime.
Lunch.
Okay, then Dungeon Master will stop for lunch. Make sure that the cleric takes precaution on securing that potion bottle in an upright position.
Yeah, she does report, she started feeding them herself because she's looking at them occasionally when she travels, and yeah, they're eating everything you give them. They're actually turning pretty fat, but they're keep eating. They're jellies. They want to eat. They might start eating each other soon.
Yeah, we'll have to get them separated.
I need to check that. Giant beaver, non-encounter. Jaziel scares it off as soon as it notices it. 4.
I'm sure if we can get them to last until we get to the city, we should be able to buy some kind of a cage there.
Yeah.
Right. The party will manage to break, into the farmland section as night's maybe an hour or so away from falling. Is the party traveling through the night to get to the city of Eternal Day, or are they camping out in a barn again?
We'll camp out in a barn again.
Alright. I need to check that.
I bet you can see the light from that city from a long ways away.
Oh yeah. It's brilliant. Illuminating. You hate it with every fiber of your being, Delvin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna... yeah, no, I know what that is. I'm gonna say no to that encounter. There are no Dracolisks in this part of the world right now.
Okay.
Alright, morning comes, light shines upon Denalia once more, day 215 now. And party mark off your rations for breaking the fast.
Yep.
And let's see, that there becomes
Again.
Alright. And after 2 or so more hours of travel, the party will have made it to Solia after breakfast.
Good.
Very nice. least it's daytime, so they have an excuse for all this light.
Oh yeah, no, during the day the city looks normal. It's at night when you realize it's a freaking beacon.
All right, so companions, I think our first stop should be the money changer.
Over
Yes.
to the money changer you go. Give me a second.
And while you take a second, I need to get a drag and turn off
Go
Mama's
get your
fish
drag.
tank. Ow! Oh shit! Yeah, my knees are stiff as hell too. Okay.
I hope y'all enjoyed the dungeon. I went
I
insane
did.
making it, I think.
And when I look at it laid out, the whole thing, it's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, no, it looks nice to look at.
It's very nice. Like it's nice to
Mhm.
fit all those twists and turns into that area without any more empty dead space than you have. That's pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah, the thing was built layered on top of itself. I started in the lower right-hand corner and just started going nuts. The labeling, like for the numbers, was just kind of at random. Like I went from one run to the
After the
next, you can
fact,
sort of tell, but yeah, it was after the fact and not done really well. You can sort of see 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's like, oh shit, where do I go? Here's 14, here's 15, 16, 17. Wait, where's 18? There it is. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And that should
you
have
should
been
have
30
really
over there,
messed
but
with
29
people.
repeats, 31, 2.
You could have messed with people and did the numbers in a spiral. Go around the
Uh-huh.
outside, spiraling into the center.
Then like
That'd be
40
funny.
jumps to 41 over there, 42, 43 by the vampires, 44, 45, 46, 47, and then you jump all the way down here for 48, 49, 50, 51, and finally 52. It does all work, but goddamn, is that some of the weirdest shit I've ever drawn.
Yeah,
Okay, now, party was going over to the money exchange.
Yes.
I need to do numbers. Alright, so you've got the chests, they were unlocked, and yeah. The gemstones are, not the gems, the jewelry. Fuck me, I cannot talk. Okay, the coinage is easily tallied up to this. There is a fee for counting, obviously, same as if blah blah blah. This isn't standard Denali for the most pointer, it's a mix, so, just the standard 10% will be taken out, but we're going to do that at the end. You
Okay.
have 13 gemstones of unknown value at this time.
Yes, and we wish to get those appraised.
Standard 10% here. I'm being nice. I should really do 15, but I cannot be asked to do more math. What? Devil M doesn't want to do math? Man, is he okay? Hirelings. Gemstones. The reputed value of gemstones. And first one. Someone write this down for me. Actually, here, I
Okay.
can write it down for me. I got it. Damn it. No, I don't got it.
can punch
Okay,
it in.
say
On
it.
the,
Alright, the first one. Oof. 1 second, I'm sorry, I gotta take a break for a moment. I didn't realize the time. It's 8:30. I gotta fiddle with my phone for a minute or two.
no problem.
The first one starts at the lowest base value, which is not great. Oh, that's a D8. I need a D10. 3. The first one will be worth 13 GP.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me a second, phone. They happen sometimes, it's a flawed gemstone. It's a garnet of some low value and low size and doesn't shine well. Just the trimmings of a better gem. The second one. 9. Oof. Where's that D4? There it is. Yeah, I know, phone. 40% lower than 500. 50% of 500 would be 250, so fuck it. This gemstone will be worth 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
Just a moment. That's 2. 82. Another 500 base. 7. Unchanged. The next one is worth 500. Apologies, I can go a little bit faster now. Another 500. Y'all have been getting decent bases, for the most part. 1! Haha! It's now in the next base thing. Roll again. 9. Ignoring results above 8. Okay, so
Wait,
then it
did
just...
we get 2 that are worth 500?
No, just 1 so far. It's the base. Okay.
Okay.
The 4th gem
Yeah.
is worth 1,000. Okay. And hey, I'm done with my phone. I can do the rest now real quick. There are 13 of them. 68 is a result of that. With a 2, making it double. Do not roll again. The next one's worth 200. 31. Puts it at there. 2 doubles it. The next one is 100. Let's see, that's 6 of that so far. 71. Hey, right into the next thing. Ooh, nice. The next one is worth 1,000. Ooh, this is one of the nice ones. Yeah, the next one's also worth 1,000. My bad. I thought it would go higher. Again, another pretty nice value. At 1,300. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 more to go. 55 puts it to there. 4 unchanged. The next one's only 100. 3 more. 88. Put you over there. Oof. And roll again. Okay, and the next one's only 500. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 more. 48 is there. Plus 4. The next one is 100. And the final one is... Double lot! Oh, oh, oh! 4. Unchanged. The next one is worth 5,000.
Ooh.
Alright, give me a second. Oh, I see you got it. And yeah, looks like we got the same numbers through and through. Okay. So, just in terms of the gemstone and so forth, let me double check your winnings there, if you will. And I'll go crunch up the 10%. Okay.
And the 10%, of course, we will pay that out of the coin before we divide it.
Mm-hmm. 200 plus 100 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,300 plus 100 plus 500 plus 100 plus 5,000. Not 50,000, 5,000. Okay. Gems are equal to that amount. Coin is equal to a different amount, of course. Okay. That is 3,334, not times 1 equals that. Divide by 20 equals 3,222 plus 166. And then the 0.7 gold pieces will just be consumed as taxes, tariffs, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is 3 plus 8 is 1, carry the 1, 8 plus 1 is 9, 10, carry the 1, 1 plus 8 is that, carry the 1, 1 plus 3 is 4, carry the 1 becomes 5, plus another that. Bloop. Alright, so party, that is 13,500 gold pieces after taxes, which is between the three of you plus the cleric becomes 15,000 divided by 4. 3,000. 3,750 XP each.
Thank
Cha-ching.
you.
And yeah, 13,500 gold pieces after taxes. Yeah, no jewelry, not too much in terms of the magic items, although y'all do have two
No.
lovely staves. But
Okay, so you said how much gold each?
oh, if you want to split that up evenly, I wasn't sure if y'all were doing that. But 135,000.
Well, if we don't, then
Now is the cleric
cleric
getting a
didn't
half
get
share
anything.
again?
The cleric came with us. So,
She almost died. I think we should let her have the full share this
yeah,
time.
I think so.
Man, y'all need
She
to switch
got-
your alignment to good. I'm joking.
No, she got her face melted. I feel pretty bad.
Alright, she will accept that graciously. That would be that much GP each.
Wait. Healer. We
She-
can't just award this to you. It would corrupt you. Cast your die and see if you can accept it.
She does roll the die in her hand back and forth a little bit. Yeah, I can accept it, she says without even looking at it. Shoot, the die cast was actually to see if she was going to be flipping you off or
That
not.
was a good try. That was a good try, girls.
I guess the god of chance favored you in
Yeah.
this.
Oh, it's one of our common sayings. Men make their own chance.
Okay, now was that 13 gold piece gem equated into the monetary?
It was. Why, were you
Okay.
going to pay off the stooge?
I
Jack?
thought about it. I
I'll let
promised
you
him
do
a
that
plat-
if you like.
No, I promised him a platinum. I'll give him 2.
Alright. He happily accepts it, and yeah. He's off to go spend that to go get drunk or some shit. I don't know what elves do with their money. Or pay rent for a few months.
All right.
So yeah, Jack departs from the party. He gives you back your magic crystal. Please do not put a bounty on my head. I am giving this to you. Take it. Here, take it.
Yes. Enjoy your hard-earned spoils.
May the light shine upon you, and he's off. Yeah,
And we can take our GP and whatever gems we want while we're at
yes,
the change room.
standard gen denominations apply. They are happy to exchange your irregulars for their regulars because the Dungeon Master is nice and doesn't gonna make you split up those gem values amongst yourselves. Well, okay, I got the 5,000, so I'm gonna give you for my personal. Fuck that. You all switch it out for gems of whatever variety you want. There is no need to get bogged down in the minutia.
3 times.
Now, if y'all want to get those staffs identified, that is something different.
100. That's our next.
Oh, yeah. For what it's worth, those detecting the robes don't smell like magic.
I was gonna do that.
I figured you would have. I know. I kind of yada yada'd you through some parts, so I'm being nice here.
Okay. So the staves, they detect as magic.
Yes.
The robes, no.
Mm-hmm.
The scrolls.
They do not.
Okay.
Perhaps they're scrolls he stole from the stash.
Could be. What about the books?
The books do not detect. There are 2 of them.
Okay. All right, companions.
I suppose I should describe the books at this point. Shall I?
Yes, please.
Alright, under the morning day sun, it's easier to see than in that. Well, then again, you had a light stone with you. The first book is bound in leather, dyed black. It has an image of a skull on it in white. The second one is bound in leather and dyed red. It has an image of a dagger
Okay.
dripping with blood.
Our healer, do you recognize either of these symbols?
She shakes her head no and no. She is quite curious to find out, though.
Very well, then. Does your god have a temple in this city?
I'll need to check. I don't believe he does, but I'll need to check just to be sure. Denalia. Cities, towns, villages. Y'all are in Solia. Voss, Farron, Gold, Linia, Fear, Respite, Celsia, Solia. Temples. Yeah, nope. Not that she's aware of.
And how does your god consider with the... Wait, Dungeon Master, just to make sure. When I got to this city the first time, they tried to give me directions to the Temple of Dactarine, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, I'm asking our healer how her faith reacts to the followers of Dactarine.
Yeah, she makes a face. Busy, goody. She has a few words for them, and most of them are expletives. She's not particularly fond. 3 steps removed on alignment between chaotic neutral and lawful evil, so, yeah.
Then mayhap you should go keep Xavier company while Vasa
Mhm.
and Velvin and I go get this taken care of.
She holds up the potion bottle. Alright, but I'm keeping the rats until you come back.
Yes, see if you can acquire metal cages for them. And I'll hand over 5 gold.
She nods, takes the gold, and she'll head towards the markets.
Separate cages.
Separate cages.
Metal.
Reasonably, she'll find it. If they've got for a chicken, they've got for mice. Maybe. Mice are a bit smaller than chickens, but she'll find something.
Yeah. Obviously, this way their poop will fall out the bottom. Their food can be put in there with them when it's sitting on a solid object, and yes, they won't be able to eat each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that being the case, we 3 and Jaziel and I imagine the other 2 are riding horses. So we will leave the spare horse with the healer, because remember, I purchased a horse and all that shit for Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And we will head over to the Temple of Dactarine.
Okay. The Temple of Dactarine may or may not have to stop to ask directions on the way. It doesn't take too long. Let's see, who we got in the party here. Voss is lawful evil. Velvin, you're chaotic neutral, aren't you?
Let me check. Neutral evil.
Neutral
Chaotic
evil.
neutral. Chaotic neutral is my wizard.
Yeah, so you're neutral evil, you're fine. And Ecroromede, you're chaotic evil. Okay, everyone's within 1 or 2 steps, thus the temple may be foreboding. Yeah, Ecroromede, maybe especially for you. But, yeah. The temple is made of some white stone construction. It appears just a tiny bit darker around these parts, or maybe that's just in your imagination. There are some guards out front in plate mail of some sort or another.
Okay.
Right. And let's do the fun thing.
Hail God.
Yeah, they're looking at you very funny, Ecroromede, as you ride in on that nightmare.
Is your high priest available?
Oh, we're doing this now. Okay. Let me check. The guardsmen respond that the high priest is always very busy and inquire what the nature of your business is.
A very valuable item that I bring as a gift for your god.
Alright, they inquire as to the nature of the item.
It is of such that I would only discuss this with the high priest.
They ask you to dismount and wait by the courtyard, and they'll send someone to go talk to the high priest, and you can be invited in when they're ready. They warn you this may take a few hours.
Tell them it's Mistwalker.
The Mistwalker. Alright, and they will pass along the message, and yeah. Now, the party won't be kept waiting for too long. Thank you for not trying to assault the temple and making me roll up its defenders, Ecroromede. In which case, yeah, after, it will still take like an hour, so we're talking a high priest here. They're busy people, casting
Can you give me 2
communes and raised
seconds?
deads.
Be right back.
Okay, we can wait 2 seconds.
Yeah.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Yeah, Dom, I appreciate you trying to do the math earlier, but you forgot the Dungeon Master's tired, and thus he's, yeah. Where is the fish? Oh.
The fish, the polymorph fish.
Mm-hmm. Swimming around.
Yeah.
Ecroromede released him back into the wilds, but set a timer to turn him back into a T-Rex. So at some point or another in the world, someone's going to be fishing in a pond, and a T-Rex is going to pop out.
I thought I still had him at the keep.
You do. I'm making this up as I go along.
Okay. All right.
He just catches a fish and is like, "Oh, hey, look."
And the fish gets bigger and bigger and bigger and grows arms and a long tail and a giant mouth and.
I would be terrified.
What else is it that I've got polymorphed back there?
Actually, just that, I think. Unless you got stuff from Coalhole, which may or may not have survived the transition.
No, I don't. I still like the way that worked out, where they saw Tyrannosaurus Rex tracks and chicken tracks meeting, and then only chicken tracks leaving. Yeah, it's in Legends and Lore.
It's there, way early on. Rumors and gossip, actually. No one actually knows what happened about that, and crazier things have happened since then, so that kind of fell by the wayside.
Well, I know what happened.
So anyway, welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah, after, allow me to advance time, I've been crappy about it, keeping track of time here. This puts you all about an hour or so before lunch or so. Yes, okay. You'll be, this is the wrong music for this. Give me a second. I need something a little more, ominous. Not that upbeat, cheerful thing.
Something dirge-like, with bagpipes.
No bagpipes, but yeah. Not quite dungeon music, but that'll work. So yeah, Ecroromede, you'll be instructed to follow whatever guardsman or lackey they send out. And
okay.
Is the rest of the party going along with?
I would like to.
Thassa?
Also, Ecroromede.
Aye.
I think I will wait till we get back to Renvera to acquire the minstrels we had spoke about.
Yes. Yes.
Alright. So the party heads on inside, you know. There are guards here and there everywhere. You've got the occasional Knight of Death wearing their white plate mail or so forth, moving around on their business.
I can feel the love.
And yeah, the whole thing, it should be somewhat unsettling. Like, most of y'all are pretty comfortable alignment-wise, but this is a place where death is glorified, and y'all are dealers of death, but... Anyways, you'll be instructed to a room which is a bit more of an office, and yes, there'll be a couple guards there, as well as a priest in white robes sitting behind a desk who will give you a clerical greeting, if you will. You know, not the steepled fingers, but the cupped fingers.
Well,
if that makes sense.
I'll do the steepled fingers and the nod, and a very light, fist to chest.
All right.
And greetings, Your Eminence.
You'll respond with the appropriate salutations, which I cannot think of. Probably he'd refer to you as Mistwalker. In which case, he will ask what it is you desire at the temple.
Well, I have secondary business, but my first order of business is a gift I bring for your god. And I will produce my bag of holding. And I'll reach in, get my hand on it. It is the phylactery of a creature. And I will produce it and set it on his desk.
Alright, he eyes it and asks if he may examine it.
By all means. That is the gift for your god.
He picks it up, turns it over twice, sets it down, and motions to a guard. Fetch such and so, such and so. And he looks at you and, thank you for bringing this to us. We are going to have it destroyed now. And,
as I suspected.
And yeah, assuming no one tries to stop, no, that's a valuable piece of jewelry, I want to wear it. They are making off with that, and they are destroying that. Yay, the Lich will never rise again.
Okay. Now, the other business I have, I understand I'll be charged an appropriate price for, but we come bearing other items recovered from that foul undead thing's tomb. So, Dungeon Master, I will produce the 2 staves. And of course, I'll ask him if he's more comfortable. I could get these items identified by one of his underlings. Just the very nature of that phylactery, I felt it was best to bring to his and only his attention
Yes.
because others might be tempted.
He applauds you for your common sense, and yes, he'll have an underling come, and they'll have some rod or something that they use to cast the spell from to avoid the physical exhaustion upon the bodies. All right, A or B? A is the oh fuck it, I'm not gonna try describing it.
Hey,
A. All right.
Quick question.
Hmm?
So the phylactery was the armband thing he was wearing, right?
Yes.
So we still also have his amulet, the thing I tried to put on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That does not detect as magical or special in any real way. Amulet. You showing them that?
I don't have it. Ecroromede does, I believe.
no, you have it.
Oh, I have it still?
I
Okay.
just stopped you from putting it on because
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know if it was cursed or not.
But it wasn't magical in any way.
No.
It did not appear to be magical. That does not mean it is not magical. Alright, this thing here is a homebrewed item. The first item, they do identify, unless I missed it somewhere, a Staff of Darkness. Essentially, it can cast various spells that are of darkening nature. Darkness, continual darkness. A wider range continual darkness.
Okay.
The
Very
command
nice.
words, they don't know, of course.
Right.
If you want, they can examine the staff, look for clerical script upon it.
I would like
the
them to
only
show
way
them
you'll
the amulet as well.
There is indeed clerical script upon it. Let's see if they can decipher it. Yay, they can. Okay. And they will tell you the 3 command words for it. It's darkness, darkness 15-foot radius, and darkness 100-foot radius.
Okay.
Wow, 100-foot
Is
radius.
this a clerical item or an anybody item?
Let me check. I need to compare it versus something else. It is indeed only usable by clerics.
Okay.
You know, that 100-foot radius one is nice, but it undoubtedly drains a greater number of charges than the lesser applications. And likewise, they don't know the number of charges left. The temple may be interested in purchasing that. It is a relatively powerful staff. Not exactly in our nature to use, but regardless,
Okay.
you wish to have the other staff identified, and we'll figure out the fee afterwards.
Yes.
Right, they're going to need a second attempt with that. Huzzah! The second thing, let me see if I can find it, because... yeah, it is an unearthed arcana item. This one is a standard item. This is known as a staff spear. It appears as a quarter staff, but it has an aura of alteration upon the proper command word, which we'll have to determine if they know it. It will form into a spear, basically, rather than a staff. It can elongate on a second command, it can make a full 12 feet, and third will recall it into its original staff form. As far as the power, they believe it to be... This was where it's going to get fun. I need to check something real quick here. Magic items. They're uncertain of exact power. They believe it to be of the 3rd order, or potentially better.
Okay.
Impressive.
All right. Now, I'm going to inquire if they have a place where they can check magical writings safely in case they are
trapped. Yes, obviously they'll throw a dispel, but yeah, they do have a specific room designed where, okay, the cleric goes in there, they're wearing special robes/armor, and they don't have anything they really value. They might have like a ring of regeneration on them type of deal if the temple has one of those. And
Okay.
yeah, they dispel the magic and they try reading it.
So we're going to get them to check out the 2 books. One at a time, of course.
Right, this may take some time.
Okay.
During the time that it will take for that, they will offer you a decent refreshments. Nothing great, nothing terrible. Temple fare.
Okay.
And yeah,
Alright.
y'all don't have to mark off lunch. Yay. Other than the books, is there anything else you wish for the cleric in the clean room to look at?
The 14 scrolls, just to ensure that they're not magically trapped kind of dealy bob.
Alright. This will take some time. Allow me to advance, because obviously you all won't be present in the clean room to witness.
And
So-
the amulet as well. Oh, that's not for the clean room though. That's the other cleric.
Do you wish to show them the amulet?
I do.
Alright. And let's take a look. That's a d20. I need percentage. Oh, hell yeah. He looks at this, and he's curious. He has to take it from you. You're giving it to him, Velvin?
Yep, I'll let him hold it.
Turns it over in his hands. I have not seen one of these in a very long time. Where did you get this from again?
The Lich.
Interesting. He'll start asking some questions about the Lich. Anything notable about it? You know, he's looking for descriptions here about seemingly mundane things. You know, where it was found, so on and so forth, the nature of the traps it laid. Is the party being mostly honest with regards to their regaling?
Sure.
No reason not to.
The Lich had glyphs of various types that they reset. Might have been orcish or half orcish in nature. Possibly female. A day or so travel from here.
Does the party mention the nasty shit? That evil spell?
That didn't come to mind, so
It didn't come to my mind either until you mentioned it.
Oof.
I wasn't hurt by it. Maybe Vasa, who was almost killed by it, might be more in her mind.
Oh,
of course
Vasa.
I'll mention the vampires as well as the Lich, because it's like I just did the heavy lifting for them.
Yeah. Vasa?
Vasa would 100% bring that shit up because she almost died because of that.
Alright, that should pass an intel check. Alright, well, yeah, he narrows his eyes. He'll need to, he'll say that he'll need to check some history books, but he thinks he has an idea of something.
Of what it
Were you
might be.
intent on keeping this?
I do intend on keeping it.
He cocks an eyebrow. Without checking to be certain, I believe it to be the holy symbol of a very evil god. You certain you wish to possess this?
Yes. I know someone who has one like it, and I wish to give them this one as well.
Who?
Someone I have not seen in some time now, but I hope to see her again soon.
What is her name?
Her name? Her name is Yelron. She is the most beautiful woman in the world, and he goes on and on about her beauty.
Alright, you continue on for a bit, and the priest begins to look concerned. He looks at you for a second, Ecroromede, and kind of cocks an eyebrow.
He's got a crush on her.
Young boys, you know.
Alright, well, Dark Elf. People address you as such. This person is a elf, by the way, for what that's worth.
Yeah, I figured that in this city.
Mhm.
Yeah, I figured that.
I have a request of you, from which I will waive the fees for the identifications.
And what is that? That you keep my amulet?
That is not it, although I would request it regardless. I wish to poke around your memories of this woman who possesses such a thing.
No,
Very well.
not my mind. But the amulet, sure. I'm not going to try and fight you over it, and it seems like
No,
you're not giving it back.
It is yours. You may take it. Take care. If this belongs to whom I think it does, then you will be hunted and murdered for it.
Then perhaps
Do you wish the
welcome-
temple to maintain it?
No. I think we can handle it. Right, Ecromede?
Alright, he puts it on the table for you to take back if you wish, or leave it if you wish. Alright. And yeah.
Holy man. Holy
Yes.
man. You want knowledge of this woman?
Yes.
Is your mind strong enough?
Very much so.
Then please sit down and relax. And Dungeon Master, I'm going to witness them all.
You know, he instructs the guards, should they blah blah blah, then be prepared to defend. But yeah, funny enough, they didn't have one of those, but they had something similar they were going to use to poke around in Velvin's head. So he nods and prepares himself, and
All right. Make the
initiate.
telepathic.
Yep.
Huh?
You make the telepathic link and are sending across images, memories, and so forth of Yelron to the best of your ability.
Yeah, fast forward.
Just overloading his brain. No, if Ecroromede was asked to dip into my brain, wouldn't have been a problem. But these elves, no.
Not well played. All right, after a bit of time, because of course, Ecroromede, you're not wasting time. You don't want to strain your brain, and you're also not
Right.
dilly-dallying. You two finish up with that. The priest thanks you and says he will look into the matter. He believes you all encountered a servant of a dark god from a bygone era, and he is not entirely certain on this, but this might be an indicator of something really bad.
That happens to me a lot. Put away my crystal ball.
All right. Other than that, was there any further business that the
Okay.
I
temple
go
could
to
assist you with?
Ecromede and I tell him, I think it might be best if you keep this in that magical bag of yours.
Aye.
And I give him the amulet.
All right. So the staff spear, anybody can use that, correct?
And if you want, and payment for that, they'll try a second time to get the right plus for you, just so I don't have to keep track of it separately.
All right. How much of a payment do they want for another try?
No, because you've given them the information and so forth, and the lich parts. Are you giving them the vampire parts too?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
told them about that.
between all that, they're gonna waive it this time because the dungeon master's levy. This is a staff spear of the 5th order.
Wow.
It is a +5 weapon. The lich could have used it, but opted for the darkness staff instead, so it could do its other thing. You can only really use one staff at a time.
Okay, so the scrolls and the books checked out clean, right?
They are not magical. These are clerical rites, rituals for a thing. And at this point, the party will be asked if they want to hear something not entirely pleasant.
Certainly.
Of course.
The lich you defeated was obviously high-ranking to be a lich, priest, archpriest, whatever title you wish to apply, of a dark god known as Anrak. History lesson time. Anrak is one of the oldest gods ever recorded. He is the god of blood and sacrifice. There are no temples known to him because his faith is at utter war with everything else. They are basically Mamites. His worshippers are known to sacrifice parts of their bodies, themselves, their loved ones, anything to prove their devotion to their god. They are deranged, unhinged, and the description of the spell, where it negated the power of a magic crystal, is something that his clerics are known for doing. Whether this is simply a long-lost priest who hid for many years or the sign of something worse remains to be seen, but with the recent events, it's quite possible that something is happening with him that is not good.
And so that symbol that my friend has, that is
his holy
the
symbol
of Anrak? Okay. All right.
Yes, they advise you to take great care if you see anyone wearing that symbol or using it.
Aye.
Now, as for the female friend, they'll have to poke at that more. They're not entirely certain. She may just be an innocent bystander, just an exceptionally beautiful woman who picked up a funny-looking trinket. But they are not certain for now.
Oh, Velvin is so fucked in the head. Now Velvin wants to start praying to this god.
Well, you'd have to start by executing everyone at this temple, but yeah, you could get started right now.
Not here. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about in secret, obviously.
You have fun with that. So, the temple does make an offer to purchase either or both staves, as they are of decent power. The Staff of Darkness they are willing to buy for 10,000 gold pieces.
Is that their final offer?
That is the best offer they can do at this time.
Vasa, Velvin,
Yes, sir.
opinions. Sell it.
I
we
think
ri- or
I
we
think
ri-
that's. Go ahead.
or we risk it on the healer.
The Staff of Darkness, you mean? I think 10,000 seems to be a low ball, but I don't know a lot about these type things.
I think so too, but I've seen terrible mistakes happen with people casting darkness spells.
Oof.
Yeah, and 100-foot darkness, that's a lot of darkness.
I think we should sell it to them.
Perhaps that is best.
All right, holy man, we will take your offer.
Alright, the temple will provide the gemstones in whichever denomination you wish.
Okay. And Dom, I just saw your message for 2 minutes ago. Yeah, you can borrow this. The staff spear, I assume, is what you're talking about.
Yep.
Now they will
Okay.
offer a price on the staff spear too, in the range of
Nay.
20,000 gold pieces.
Nay.
Nay and nay again.
It is understood. +5 weapons are few and far between. That being
And you
said,
said
should you
that
change your
thing-
mind, the temple stands here.
You said that
Right.
thing reaches out to 12 feet as well?
It has
Yeah.
3 modes. First, it appears as a normal quarterstaff, doing +5 damage. Second, it elongates to an 8 or so foot tall spear, doing +5 damage. And third, it elongates to a 12-foot tall spear, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yep, that sounds right.
All right, so that was 10,000 for the staff of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm erasing that. The
Yeah, I
robes,
don't have to invent it.
the robes checked out as just really nice robes, right?
They believe them to be ceremonial, possibly related to Anrak as well, given where you got them from.
Okay,
Let's keep those.
for now at least.
They
yes.
will strongly recommend you don't. In fact, they would request any of the more Anrak-related stuff, including the books and scrolls. They would like to destroy that.
Knowledge is power, my friend.
I think I know a collector who may be interested in them without using the rituals contained, and if that's not the case, there's a temple of Dactarine in the city of Renvera, is there not?
Indeed, but it would be preferable if these were not, if they didn't leave this room, essentially. And, you know, the temple is willing to very generously compensate you to just leave these here.
The 2 books.
The scrolls and the robe. And the books, yes.
How generously?
Here, do you want me to do the math, or do you just want a big number?
Okay, well,
200,000 gold.
Say again?
I want
200,000 gold? Yeah, right.
I want to hear his big number.
Alright, give me a second to do some math. 1,500 gold pieces. That's valuing each item at more than 100, if I'm doing the math right.
I think my buyer may beat that price, but I assure you, if my buyer, who is neutral with regards to ancient evil dead gods, does not offer me a sufficient sum, then I will take them to the nearest temple of Dactarine, and they shall stay very well hidden in points in between. These will not be shown to just anyone.
There's kind of a pause for a minute, and the priest looks at you. You can tell he's thinking about it. How hard would it be to kill these 3? He relents, because you passed your charisma check. Very well. You keep these very safe.
Ecroromede passed a charisma check.
He did.
And
Rolled a not 3.
they're going back into the bag of holding Dungeon Master, as well as the 10,000 in gems.
Yes. Now, mind you all, you've spent a few hours here for them to do the research time, look at them, that kind of shit.
Velvin's getting pretty wound up there.
So we're going to go back outside, get Jaziel and the horses, and head back to the inn where we've got Xavier and the healer squirreled away at.
Yes. So, advancing time. It's starting to get a bit later. And calling it there just for easy numbers. Okay. So, words. I can close this out now. Yay. So yeah, GG party. Sold magic items. got gold for that. Are you splitting the gold up evenly between the 4 of yous or the 3 of yous? Or how's the division working? Because that determines XP.
It's gonna go 4 ways.
Alright, so that was 10,000 becomes 2,500 XP and GP more each. Hey, that was in the wrong thing, but who gives a shit? Alright, the party makes it back to the inn. Give me a second. Skip music list.
I have to erase a thing. So I need to know from my companions if either of them are skilled with the spear.
I have no training with a spear.
Vasa?
I have training with spear-like objects, which should not be difficult for me to gain expertise in another one.
What is a spear-like object?
Bow staff.
Points to the glaive and the quarters. Well, the bow staff on her person.
Vasa, if you're going to hold on to this 5th order spear, our friend Velvin here has had some issues hurting certain beasts that need magic to harm. Do you have anything to loan him?
I present the magical.
The magical. Did I cut out?
It was the magical hand axe.
Axe plus 2.
I have a magical dagger, Ecroromede. That's what I use when I have no other options.
Still.
And I'm more skilled with the dagger than I am with that thing.
Oh, very well then. All right.
Thank you, though. I'm doing okay. One day, I'll find the right blade for me. I have a lot of money now. Perhaps I could buy one.
I know someone who has a scimitar of speed plus 5. You'd love them.
Oh, scimitar speed plus 5. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be yours after we pry it out of his cold, dead hand.
Yep. So, Vasa, you are
No
claiming the
way.
staff spear?
Yes.
No, Vasa's holding on to it.
Okay, this is important for XP distribution.
Yeah.
So for now, that XP is currently floating until someone claims it as their own and keeps it as their own, you know? Like, everyone's like,
And
okay, that's his.
I need to stretch my knees, and then I've got some stuff to kind of RP.
Right.
Through.
Yeah, no, I need some RP time. I'm sorry, I've been doing too much dungeon crawling recently. Ow. Ow. Alright.
So I know you don't allow you ask for the claim because you don't want people to try and do like an infinite XP glitch, basically.
No, I mean, when someone claims it, that XP goes to them, and that's it. That's all the item's good for. Now, you could have someone who claims it and then 3 sessions later passes it off, and then they claim the next item and passes it off. That's up to the players to moderate, because, nah. So, Vasa, even though you had every intent on handing over the hand axe and never using it again, you already got the XP for that, if you recall. Velvin would not have gotten it.
That is correct. That's okay, because I think you guys just told me Felix has a scimitar speed plus 5. Oh my god.
Oh, Felix. No, I meant one of the tournament combatants. No, Felix is
Oh.
better.
Better than that. That's funny.
He has a +6 scimitar speed. Don't mind
Nah,
it.
those don't exist. I mean, they might exist if you had a deranged enough caster to make the sacrifices to do that. Anywho,
Plus
yeah, no.
6 defender.
At long last, the party learns the name of a foe that's been sticking it to them for a bit now. Props to anyone here who remembers when they first heard that name. Anrak.
What was it? Anrak?
He's been sticking it to us?
Not quite. You have not been a direct target, but the party has heard that name before at least twice.
I remember hearing it. I just don't know when I heard it.
I think it's actually...
I personally don't remember that name coming up. But my character has better memory than I do.
Velvin's thinking of that name a lot now.
Okay.
It's written on his character sheet now.
All right. So we will convene with the healer and Xavier privately in a rented room. Because
Alright.
we have funds to disperse, and I'm sure the healer will be very happy to get her quarter of the loot.
Yep. As Xavier said, he's not due for any of the loot. He's not helping you all do the adventuring after all, but, yeah.
Yes, but Xavier, more scrolls and books turned up that I don't know if they're of any interest to you.
His eyes do go kind of wide. Oh, please let me see.
They seem to be of a religious nature. So, anyhow, I'll produce the 2 books and the 14 scrolls for him to look at.
And yeah, he will. He'll have you do it upstairs, and reasonably you'd want to do as well for the caution. He'll look over it and squint. Interesting. This is clerical scripts. These are old though. These actually resemble Archelian symbols, and he starts drawing something on like a spare sheet of parchment and shows you. See here, this is a yata. And he'll go into a little dribble about how this and that are very similar. He'll ask if he can look at one of these for an extended period, get a feel for it.
I'll hang on to those for now. How much would you be willing to pay for each of these relics?
Each of these. How many do you have? 14 of those and 2 of the books?
Aye.
The offer he comes up with will be better than 1,500. I don't know the exact amount yet because I'm going to figure out a formula for him, but he'll pay more.
Okay.
Well,
The one question though is before the offer is made and the transfer happens, please give Belvin a chance to potentially make a counter offer.
Oh, all right, Velvin, you'd be at the same table. Go ahead. Let's see. I'll figure it out now. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like try and buy them off of Ecroromede as long as they're in his possession. But once he goes to sell them, I definitely will try to buy them.
He'll
And
make an offer for 2,500 gold pieces for the lot of it. The red dress thing, the robes, he doesn't have too much of an interest in. It's definitely of historical value, and it would be nice to have if it's part of this. But beyond that, he's not certain.
I'll give you 3,000 Ecroromede.
Well, then we will open the bidding up properly back at Renvera.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna get the Temple of Dactrin involved, you. All right, have fun with that.
Okay. So, let's see. We currently have those items and a staff spear in the party loot. Coin, gems, and experience points has disseminated. And so, Xavier, how soon will you be ready to travel to return to Renvera?
Start of the next day. Today being 215. It's already close to nightfall by a few hours. No point in setting out now when we've got the city to ourselves.
Aye.
Indeed.
So with that, Dungeon Master, we'll when we get hungry, we'll get dinner, and I have a few spells to load back up on.
Okay, so that makes day 216. Y'all left him here at day 209, so day 216 is when the party begins. So the days start on 198 to 209. 8-day week means that becomes a 16. So week and 3 days plus however long it takes there. Shouldn't be too bad.
Alright, so Dungeon Master, I don't think I've done any spells since that morning.
Nope, all good.
Okay, so go ahead and use these 2 stone skins, because it appears I'm down 1 or 2.
The jelly knocked you twice.
Yeah, okay, so I'm replenishing my own stone skins and memorizing 2 more. And I have to basically record over a magic missile and then shocking grasp twice. And
should be good.
Then get my magic missile back up to 4.
You should be good to do that if you're doing that tonight. Let me check for you. Harlot, yeah, that's a non-encounter.
And then aside from that, play cards, drink, eat, and get to bed at a reasonable hour with my standard precautions when staying in an inn.
Mine as well.
Sorry. A party the night does pass without encounter. I do love saying that. Morning comes, light shines upon Denalia.
Okay. In that case, go down. Make sure that the staff brought something adequate out for Jaziel. And since there was a Temple of Dactarine close by, they probably might.
They actually have a slightly better bit of pickings, yeah.
Okay, so Dungeon Master for lodgings and food, drink for all of the party. Does 10 gold sound like an adequate sum, or should I mark off more?
Should be good. Alright. Now,
Okay.
yonder cleric at this point, the next day, so she's heard the thing, you filled her all in on what happened at the Temple of Dactarine. She's got you 2 rats and 2 cages. She got them some food. Mice, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So at this point, she's like, yeah, no, it was nice traveling with y'all. Where are y'all headed from here?
Rindera.
Right. Well, let's see. Xavier did say he'd pay her, so I guess she will go back with y'all, but, most NPCs don't want to stick on for multiple adventures with meat. It's like, okay, once was enough.
Yep.
So yeah, she'll stick with you to Rinvera, but then she plans to split. At this point, probably when the party goes back to the keep, Dom, I'll allow you to play Hugo so the party has a healer concurrently with Vasa.
She's got enough money now to retire.
Oh, she doesn't plan to retire. She's going to put this towards building an upside-down temple. So she's going to build a normal temple, then have a cleric carefully turn it upside down, and then she will make a temple to Quintus. She's not sure where, though. She's also not high enough level to do that, although reasonably she's hit a new level at this point, but I'm not keeping track of her XP. Anyways, so the party is now heading back. What is the party's route? You can see maps for the Denalia world map over by...
So hold on, before we leave, we are now back to wagon, plus we have an extra horse that...
Oh yeah, that's right, Ecroromede. Let's see, you paid off your deed there, I no longer need to care for that. Did you throw some gold at the end? Because they have been stabling your wagon for a bit now.
Yeah, Xavier said he would take care of the wagon. And
right.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, that's all taken care of then.
Yep. So now we'll put Vasa on the wagon, and I'll ride the extra horse. Does that sound good to you, Vasa?
Alright, just make sure travel formation is updated.
Yeah, let's check it out.
And yeah, place the cleric wherever she needs to go.
Either on a horse or on a wagon. Because didn't she have her own horse?
She does.
Yep. Do you want to update that, Vasa? The travel formation?
Yep, I plan on doing it soon anyways.
Okay, thanks. And you can put me tailing in the back. And I guess maybe... Yeah, put Amy behind the wagon and me behind Amy. Or Amanda. Or Clarissa.
Healer.
Just put healer. Medic, cleric, whatever.
XP thief.
Hey, she did stuff. She tried to turn the undead when it was the vampires and the lich.
Yeah, and when it was the blue guys that can't be turned.
Butts. Those guys were butts. I mean, they were gals, but still.
I turned them just fine using my sword.
Yeah.
Turned them inside out.
Weaponeers of Shalif be like.
So,
Alright.
what are we changing information? The walking formation?
Travel formation.
It would be travel formation, yes.
Travel.
Yeah.
Apologies, guys. I'm just feeling scatterbrained tonight.
Cleric on the front board, and then...
No, the cleric has her own horse.
So, it's Ecroromede and Jaziel, Xavier, Wagon 1, which is Vasa. Then
Healer.
after Wagon 1 is Velvin and Healer on horseback.
Yeah, me and the healer can ride side by side. That way we can chat.
Yep. You're chatting with a light skin race trader.
She's turned out to be okay. Those ones in the city, though, didn't really like them.
By the way, this is just out of. But Vasa, are you still at 95%?
Yep.
Oh, then before we start traveling, Dungeon Master, I'm going to suggest to the healer that maybe her god show a little love and compassion for Goat Girl.
It, Can I give a little bit of meta so you don't waste a spell? Double M?
No. No, you may not. She takes the die in her hand and rolls it. Sure. Come here. Goat Girl, you're coming over?
Yep.
So as to not waste a blessing, this one might possibly kill you, in which case I'll just get you back. Oof! Wow, 12 points of damage. Oh. Huh. Quintus's word. Now I can use the other two. And she rubs her palms together, grinning.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay, 4 and then 8. 12 points back. We're back to where we started. Alright, I healed him. Let's go.
Yep. Do you really want her to continue along with us?
We're going to continue traveling.
Yep. Hey, imagine if that had been 10 hit points restored, though, for a first level spell. That's nice. Goddamn Quintus and spells. Alright. So yeah, she'll study at lunchtime, obviously. Just wait. Gina, I believe I told you my plans for the Thursday party if the Cleric of Quintus doesn't stop acting so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's gonna be great.
It should happen.
For you.
Oh no, they'll get spells.
Oh,
They'll
it's even
love their
better than that.
spells.
They'll just be the opposite of what they want it to be. Oh, you wanted a
Not
healing
even that
spell?
bad.
Just random.
Just Quintus version. Anywho, so the party begins traveling whereabouts to?
We are traveling northwest to the city of Cross. In Dungeon Master, the 2 cages with the mice in them, those will be on the wagon.
Alright.
So as to avoid any accidents.
Yep. Your cleric bought a couple days with her feed, so if you just throw a few gold pieces at it every now and again, we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
How
And
fast is the party moving on the open road?
3 miles an hour.
Okay. First hour. Second hour, don't let me forget to adjust for time there. Puts you to there.
Flip clop, motherfuckers. I am back up to full spell inventory.
5.
And hit points.
6. Alright, the party is stopping for lunch.
Yes, Dungeon Master.
We do that. We stop.
Okay,
We have lunch.
6 times 3 is 18. Alright, party's making some good time. You all believe to be about halfway there, give or take. And mounts back up after lunch.
Alright, yeah. After lunch, mount back up. The horses have had plenty of rest. And water and fed. And, yeah, moving.
And while we were having lunch, Dublin wanted to ask Ecroromede, because I noticed that he has extra of the gems, the stones, for the miasma.
Yeah.
Do you know someone who sells those?
It should be on-world knowledge for Denalia natives that you can buy those at a coin exchange gem exchanger. You know, they're much rarer, but they are purchasable.
Very good.
I generally get my excess gems the same way I get my weapons inventory.
From the men you kill.
Damn it, that's right, I forgot. Oh well. It's possible some of those gemstones might have been magic crystals. I forgot to check. Whoops.
I mean,
Well,
I do need a pretty...
Huh?
Sorry.
Okay, none of those gemstones were magic crystals.
Okay, good, because, I was going to sniff those, but then you kind of did that thing where you told me the robes didn't magic, so it's, okay, I guess, I assumed that you said I would have sniffed everything, because that has been kind of my
Yeah,
way.
that has. They were just gemstones. I apologize.
No problem.
Choo-choo is fast, but sometimes not so fun. Dom, you were saying?
I do need to get a pretty large miasma crystal. Anyways.
Yeah,
Alright.
get in line. Take a number.
Alright, so it will take the party most of the day. I actually rolled encounters properly. I'd been doing lesser checks, fewer checks, because the party hadn't been so active just delving into a dungeon. And they had Jaziel patrolling around during the day, so it was basically negligible then. But now that you all are traveling on the road, I checked at normal, concentrations. Once per hour, 15% chance on the road. And fucking nothing happened. So,
Wow.
as of about an hour before nightfall, give or take, maybe closer to 20 minutes, the party makes it to the elvish city of Cross.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
All right. Wave to the
Get her
guards.
done.
Enter the city. And Dungeon Master, I believe there was an inn that we stayed at here before.
The Nightingale Inn or something like that? The Nightgate? Yeah, some bird.
The Blue Canary,
Might have been the Blue Canary, yeah.
something like that. Anyhow, yeah. So we will find that same inn since we might be familiar to the establishment and make arrangements there. What are they charging?
Standard prices, 2 gold pieces a room. Rooms come with 1 bed, for the most part. If it's a 2-bed room, then it would have a 4 gold piece cost.
Okay.
Likewise, food is just whatever you throw at it, from 5 copper pieces to 20 gold pieces in terms of food.
Oh, 20 gold pieces in one night?
Some people eat very richly. They have the
Oh.
giant lizard steaks, big enough to feed like a man and a half.
Ooh, but I'm a half a man.
So you could have 3 of those. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you right there.
Is that what I think?
I'm going to throw a platinum piece at the night.
Alright, that will provide you with many cups of good ale and good food.
Yep.
Okay, Dungeon Master, I have a 16 gold piece gem.
From what?
So,
Are you talking about the 13 from earlier, or is that something else?
No, this is something I've had for a long time.
Alright, you want to get rid of it?
I'm looking to erase unnecessary shit.
Go ahead.
I think that will cover my room and board, my
Food
dinner,
for
my
Jaziel,
breakfast,
dinner, yeah.
meals, food, an ample number of drinks, and probably a generous tip, all rolled into one.
I mean, this is no White Snail Inn, but yeah, that works.
Okay, then I'm paid.
Alright. Now, you all are by Cross. I assume the party's going back over to that village of Gatekeep, which isn't even marked on the map after this. Back the way you all came.
Yeah, I mean, we are taking the most direct route. We're at Cross now. And the next thing I see on the map is...
It's actually sort of a straight shot to Rinvera, but...
It is. There is a crossroads that leads down to...
Grad.
You
remember that place.
Yeah, but we're not going to Grad. We're going straight shot to Rinvera.
And,
right. Yeah.
Well, let me check city encounters, of course. On the way in, fine. At the inn, your cleric obviously got her spells back. And Vasa, if you want, she'll try again.
Sure, why not?
She rubs her hands together gleefully. 2 hit points restored.
Yay, not max.
Yay. You were down 1, weren't you? You don't have enough hit points for 5% to be more than 1.
Not to mention that was not edited. Because I forgot to edit it to where it was just 1 hit point off. Because I was 2 hit points off till we had a full night's sleep.
Okay.
Alright. Then, Dungeon Master in the morning after we eat. I didn't use any spells. Wow. Okay, nothing to get back. Rolling. We're rolling out.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I did roll up a ruffian encounter, but nothing doing there. Reasonably, they fight you and stuff, but I'm too lazy to run it tonight. Oh, that's interesting, though. Let me check that one.
Okay.
4 on the daytime thing is a beggar.
Oh, okay, yeah. Beggar.
Beggar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a couple of drags real quick.
Alright. Day 217 LSOD. And that much time for breakfast. Heading on out. Another check. 69 is pilgrims. Alright, that gets the party out of the city at this time of day. And it's that many miles to there. 3 miles per hour most likely, so...
What was it we said typical pay is for a regular job? Is like 3 gold a month or something like that?
It depends on the job. Laborers might get as few as like 5 copper pieces a day. You know, pennies. The economy is in shambles.
Okay. People are looking for work, but they can't work outside the cities for the most part.
Yeah, now really that should affect my economy, but I'm just gonna stick with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since farming's like a death wish unless you're an adventurer that just wants to settle down.
Well, what they do is the farmers live inside the city, and every day, as before the sun rises, even the guards and them go on out with torches and shit. The guards accompany them with magic crystals, and yeah, they basically stick close to each other and the guards when they farm. It means they've had to come up with innovative and different farming things. There's a huge market for the greengrocer mages who stay within the city limits and they use their spells, or the clerics that use their spells to improve the weather conditions and the bountiful harvests of crops. And there's a huge taboo on wasting food. Yeah.
But isn't there magic that can create food?
But how many mages in the entire world do you think there are? Pretend that for the sake of the argument, the world has 10 million people living on it. Pretty generous for pre-medieval standards, mind you. Of those 10 million, how many are going to be clerics that can cast the first level spell of Purify Food and Water, much less the third level spell of Create Food?
Well, every one of your cities has multiple temples to different gods with multiple clerics in them, right?
Shall we say 1 in 1,000 for easy numbers?
That's even being generous.
All right. So that would mean 10,000 clerics, and some of them are going to be initiates and so forth. Some of them are going to be good. We're going to average it out to 10,000 4th level clerics. That is 40,000 spell levels.
Yeah.
Okay, what I missed?
I was just going to run through the thing. Each cleric per level of spell can create enough food for 3 people, so each cleric does, 12, so multiply that by 3 means that 120,000 people could be fed if every cleric in the world worked together day in and day out. The world population is much larger than that.
Okay.
The people in Kratopli have suffered this too. There's tons of clerics that are creating and purifying food, and there's just not enough clerics to go around. Too many mouths.
The next day, after traveling at 3 miles per hour, the party makes it to the village of Gatekeep around lunchtime. Okay.
Can you read that
Out of character, chat.
Oh,
that should have gone in actions. I'm sorry. I'm slipping tonight, guys. Please excuse me.
You're fine. Okay. So, yeah, lunchtime, we will stop and eat lunch, Dungeon Master.
Alright, advancing time for that. Checking for any encounters. Hot damn. Now the encounters want to happen, but they're all shit. Alright, 1 minute, please. Now, the thieves reasonably aren't going to try and steal from the guy with the nightmare. Yeah, they're going to pick an easier mark. Jazeel once again negates most encounters. Most common encounters. A demon or a devil might not care too much. That's just a horse for the boss for them. But for a human, it's a hell horse. You stay away from that. Alright, let me check if there's any further encounters. There are not. Okay, so yeah, some thieves did come on by, but they did jack and shit. Okay. The party is picking up the pace and resuming their travels at the prior speed of 3 miles per hour.
Correct.
And this is from Gatekeep all the way over to Rinvera. Cross to crossroads is that many, isn't it? Don't know why I didn't have that listed. Eh. Okay. That.
Work off another ration. Another meal.
Or gold for a meal. It is a village. They would have food. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Time passes. The party travels. Excuse me for a second. Ow. Okay, that's better. I can breathe again. It's about an hour or so until sundown. The party is just on the road east or west of Gatekeep, west of Cross, you know? Traveling west, and it's getting close to nighttime. The area around here is somewhat forested, occasional open spots. Of course, there's the road itself.
Alright, so Dungeon Master will look for one of those open spots between 45 minutes and half an hour till sundown. And when we find something that looks good, we will set camp.
Alright. And the party finds them without too much difficulty, about in a half hour before sunset when you find the ideal spot, and the party goes about setting camp. Let me know if you're doing anything special.
Okay, the 4 armor, padded armor, mannequin things I've got, yeah, but those will get set up with blankets, of course, to make it look like people who are sleeping. And otherwise, I think it's eat our meals and routine and keep watch.
This one needs to be rolled. Okay. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I need to look something up.
So, Ecroromede.
Aye.
Those things we have that Xavier is interested in, and the Temple of Dacrine are interested in.
Yes.
The reason you know why I'm interested in them, right?
Yes. They connect you with the love of your life.
Yes, Milady Yelrin. Yes, I'm going to be willing to spend extravagantly on these, and it'll be to your benefit either way, whether it's me who ends up paying more or them.
True.
Which either way benefits me. So I'm fine with paying quite extravagant as long as it's going to you. This is just going to be a nice gift for her. I think these are the originals. And like as far as Xavier goes, I'll let him copy them. He wants the information. I'll let the man have his information.
Very well.
But I would like to give the originals to her because they probably mean something deeper to her if she's such a follower of this god as the cleric has said. She did not kill us. She traveled with us. She cannot be all bad.
Well, that's not true.
Not all bad. There can be a lot of bad still. But I like him a little bad.
Quelvin's definitely the dude that finds like the worst girl in the world that like just got out of prison for like 2 cases of aggravated assault.
If
it's
she's
like,
got yes, if
my
she has
woman.
if she has a comeliness of 25, hell yeah.
She doesn't have 25.
Okay,
That's god shit right there. Only a god really gets up to that high.
Okay, out of character then, what is it, 21?
I'm afraid I couldn't say.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to price it right and say 20.
It's ridiculous either way.
And that's me
ridiculous.
being generous.
Ah, but you didn't see her, Vasa. I've seen her face. And it's burnt into my memory.
I know who you're talking about.
You've met her?
Yes. She was traveling with Mead when I was here.
I was told she only traveled with Mead for a short time.
There was some overlap, I think.
Was there?
Master confirms.
Oh. At one point, I thought you guys had told me that the North Party didn't know of her.
Anyhow, I'm very
Currently, the
curious.
only person in the North Party who knows is Velkin.
And Vasa was still okay. I get it.
Mhm.
Vasa was with the group. The
Very
southern.
well.
I did not somehow be able to successfully.
Did you also see her skill in battle, Vasa?
She never fought in battle when I was there.
By the way, Vasa,
So she's never taken a scratch.
Yes, me?
how much money do you have?
Good question.
That is so the mean thing to ask. Oh yeah.
Right
Because
now,
right now you've asked to use the spear,
Perhaps.
and I know what I've been offered for it.
right now I have 13,000 roughly.
Yes, you're still too poor. Very good. Well then,
13,000.
hey, the dungeon master, the temple offered me 20 for that staff.
This
I
is
have
true.
16,000 gold on me.
So
Worth of
20
gems.
20,000 is the minimum asking price for that staff.
Yeah, but are you
However-
really gonna sell a +5 weapon that a party member could use?
Well,
However,
maybe
a
to
weapon,
that party member.
has infinite value as long as it stays within the grasp of someone who knows how to use it.
Very true.
For all you know, this spear could one day save your life.
Hmm?
But the only way to tell is by not selling it.
Okay, for what it's worth, Vasa, they did not tell you the command words. You don't know it. Like, it still carries a
Oh, yeah.
+5 bonus, but it was not written on the thing like the other one was.
Did they tell me any of the command words?
For the Staff of Darkness, they knew. For this one, they couldn't puzzle it out, and it wasn't written on it helpfully.
Okay.
So some other form of arcane. Can't talk.
Still a +5 quarterstaff.
So as of now, it's a quarterstaff of a +5 nature, but it can turn into a spear somehow. Maybe if you hit it on a rock hard enough, that will do it.
I suggest you try different words in different languages for spear, pig sticker, pointy thing.
Stabby stick.
Yes, you may wish to work on that as we travel.
Shank.
I'm pretty sure I got these. Did it say how many are appearing?
Just enough for a fireball.
Probs. Right, that many. Should I max them out?
Of course.
Alright.
It was my fault this time. I didn't even let Vasa do it. As long as they're not Yakult.
Nice that this party can move so fast and do things. Speaking of which, party. Who's on watch first, Vasa?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
The remnants of the Fistic tribe. Yeah.
They target your legs.
All three of them.
Please no, I've already had my legs cut off a few times. I still don't have an eye, for Christ's sake.
That's a good point. I forgot that eye is still missing.
Oh yeah.
Vasa, you were in a city and you did have a coin. I don't mean to steamroll you. Did you want to do something about that?
I was told by the cleric that it wasn't permanent, so I'm going to keep that in mind.
Remind me again how you lost the eye?
It was, I believe, stabbed out, I think?
Crit, wasn't it? Yeah, it was on a crit.
It was a crit, left eye hit, double damage.
From the
And
butts?
I think it did just enough to actually take out the eye.
Yeah, that probably is permanent. She meant that she could heal it, but her healing, isn't going to fix it properly. It can be undone if you can go to a temple, because that's not coming back on its own. Given this in mind, rolling back the wheel of time here a little bit, you're at a temple. Temple of Dactrin. Do you wish to request healing?
Not at the present moment, no. I'm
Are you-
okay with having
Okay.
eye right now.
And this way, it's not me steamrolling you, and you didn't get a chance to ask otherwise. All right.
All good.
So Vasa, the one-eyed, but two-legged
Yeah,
for now.
hey, Vasa, mark off 2 XP for that eye, or 2 silver pieces for that eye patch.
Oh yeah, are you putting an eye patch on that? Or you
Unless
just-
you want people just seeing your gross empty eye socket.
Wear it proud.
I mean, if they think it's gross, that's their fault, not mine.
They can see inside your head, but duly noted. I'll make sure to apply
Okay,
this
then.
to your charisma checks, and oh, don't worry, prices should be fun. Let me know if you buy anything. Anyways, so moving back to the present, Vasa, you're on watch with your eye itching, undoubtedly. You know, the one that's missing. And give
You're
me a
on watch with
perception
one
check.
eye. So do you get
Perception?
perception checks visually at half?
Yeah, it depends.
From
Left
what
eye,
I
right?
can tell, yeah, left eye.
Mm-hmm.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned, fine purple people.
10.
10.
19.
That should count. It's not coming at you from your left side. So, yeah, Vasa, you are on watch, looking around, and you see something, and you kind of squint at it funny because it doesn't make sense what you're looking at for a second there. You look a bit closer, and yeah, it's a glowing ball of light descending from the heavens. What are you doing?
Waking up the party quick.
Waking up the party
Blowing
quick.
signal whistle.
Okay, you go for your signal whistle as 2 more balls of light descend towards you, and you give a puff on that signal whistle. The rest of the party can give me perception checks at this time. Okay, Cleric, Xavier. Okay, Cleric and Xavier both have their thing done. Okay, the party will wake up to the shrill blowing of Vasa's whistle. Vasa, these things begin moving towards you. They are about a foot or so in diameter. They are giant balls of light. They're fucking weird. And yeah, they seem to float towards you freely of their own volition, of their own will, possibly. And no, party, those of you that weren't on watch, actions will be possible but delayed.
Are they attacking Dungeon Master?
You're not certain at this time. Not at the start of the round, at least. As things progress, of course, things may become apparent. And I can't say now, obviously, what they're going to be doing. Okay, Vasa, remind me, you've got the falchion and the hand axe and that staff, right? You're wearing
Yes.
normal clothing. You don't have any helms or gauntlets or bracers.
Not
Okay.
at the present moment, no.
And
I wish I
Velvin,
did, but we weren't
Velvin, you
given
got
any
the
yet.
bow, you've got leather armor, magical.
Yep.
No. Okay, Ecroromede, you've got that. The cleric is in the plate mail, or chainmail in this case.
I'd still be under the wagon,
Mm-hmm.
getting out from underneath, I guess.
Yep.
But it's bright day now, basically.
And
that's what it
Xavier is
sounds
in
like.
his normal clothing. So,
Are they giving off light, like
yeah, they
daylight?
give off small things of light.
Okay.
Kind of a yellowish sort of white. Hard to say for sure. Obviously, looking at them is like looking directly at a light source, and you have to shield your eyes, or your pupils dilate. That kind
Yeah,
of
it's
shit.
white. Yeah.
Anyhow, so they make a kind of weird chirping noise as they float by you, Vasa, but they don't seem to be attacking. Are you attacking them?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
No?
Not right now.
Alright, Vasa, you're contemplating this as they fly on by you. They go in behind you to the right, which, if you turn to look, is right by where the cleric is getting out of the thing. She's got her flail in hand, looking at them in confusion. One of them glows a slightly, brighter yellow. Is the party doing anything at this time, by the way?
I'm moving away from them with my bow ready.
Okay.
I'm
Ecroromede?
going to start moving away.
Holding off still.
It glows a brighter yellow and shoots out a bolt of lightning at your associate. She makes a saving throw versus Rod Staff Wand. Let me check. cleric, that level. Let's see. This is attack matrices. I need saving throws versus RSW cleric, that level. She saves. Right, she is wearing metallic, however, so bloop. She takes that many points of damage and yelps. Ow! And the other two begin to charge up yellow as well. At this point, party, you may edit/adjust your actions as wanted. Magic missile full dump on the attacking one. Bow ready while squinting hard. Okay, Velvin, do you plan to roll to hit with that bow?
Yep, I just changed. I edited it.
Okay, and Vasa. Editing.
It's not a bow staff, it's a quarter staff, right?
It is a quarterstaff at this time. Alright. And initiative should be mostly unneeded here. Your cleric, she draws forth that flail, spinning it in her hand. She moves to hit while the other two are charging up their thing. Ecroromede begins casting. Velvin, you knock an arrow and draw it back to your thing and line up your shot. Vasa, you move forward to attack with the quarterstaff.
Yes.
The other two spit out lightning bolts of some nature at the cleric. She does fail to save versus those two. Yeah, they do not like your cleric.
You know, if she dies, we get all our gold back.
Oh yeah, I thought of that already.
Right.
Or not.
Zap, and she yelps, and she's no longer trying to attack. She's trying to evade as these things follow behind her at pretty good speed. Alright, that being said, Vasa, you're even faster. You may attack with the quarterstaff. Roll to hit. You are, again, +5 bonuses from the thing.
Yeah, that's exactly why you shouldn't hang out with evil people.
Okay, and then since I don't have proficient... Question. Does the quarterstaff and the bow staff correlate?
No. Different weapon, different
Okay.
proficiency. Now, the spear form, if you have proficiency on spear, you can use just fine.
Just gonna make sure shit. 15 at 8.
Okay, Thief. A 15. Miss. You, what happens is you jab at it or whack at it with the thing, and it just kind of passes next to it. The thing kind of spins around what you were doing and keeps going. Vasa, are you sure that's all your bonuses to hit? Oh yeah, because penalty, that's right. Yeah, no, the weapon swings very well. It's like you think and it's there. It was a good place shot, it's just these things have a great armor class. That being said, they don't have a great save versus magic missile because they don't get one. Attacking one is a dice damage, Ecroromede.
Alright, 2, 5, 9, 12, 14, 17 hit points of damage.
Nice. You zap one of them and it peters off and goes towards you, Ecroromede.
Okay.
Alright. Velvin, you still have 2 bow shots this round. Roll to hit, roll to hit.
Oop, number 1. So that there'd be 7 at third. It's probably
Miss.
a miss.
Why am I erasing a shot?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a 21 at third, not a crit.
Not a crit. And that is a hit, dice damage.
2.
2, alright. Your arrow sinks through this thing and thumps out onto the ground on the other side. Thunk.
Yep, I figured as much. Alright.
It's a ball of light. You're fairly certain your arrow just kind of passed through it. In fact, give me a perception check. Penalty of 4 because looking at light.
Yep.
Yeah, your eyes burn. Oh, this is exactly why you hate the surface.
Yeah, I failed by 4.
Yep.
I rolled exactly my perception.
Yep.
But I will spend the rest of the round now, since I know my bow didn't hurt it.
BRB,
to my
that from...
dagger.
Okay, I'm glad I did translate that for you. So I told you to dice damage, but yeah, no, these creatures are not hit by that weapon specifically. Or possibly other things, but yeah, that did nothing to them.
Yeah, the dagger probably won't do anything either. Because piercing weapons or whatever, you can slash with a dagger. It's a foot long.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know what these are.
I think they're will-o-wisps. But I thought that once before and I was wrong.
I'd be surprised if these things are will-o-wisps.
If they are, Amy's in some trouble. But they seem to have been attracted to something. Why did they pass
I'm
by
back.
past?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, because they could tell you had magical weapons.
Nope, Xavier fails his intel check. Alright, I'm looking for options. Options? Options.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
actions.
didn't see the new because I
Neither
saw
did I.
Cleric evade
Yeah.
X intel check.
Apologies.
I
Alright,
had
No,
that
no,
waiting.
no, hold on. Let me
Velvin,
edit
you
that.
can adjust that because I
I'm
heard you were
stupid.
dropping that to
Yeah,
do that.
I'm just sorry.
Alright. For the sake of damages, for the sake of saves versus Rodstaff Wand, if you're evading, I'm gonna let you add that bonus to your saving throw. You know, you're trying to avoid the beam, if you will. And since this thing is a save versus RSW, that should apply here. Grills, feel free to tell me if I'm full of shit.
No, I think that's actually in line with the intention of that option.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair.
So, let's get an initiative in here.
I'm rolling. We have the mighty shit too.
We shouldn't let
Initiative
you roll.
is tied. The mighty shit. I am the
I thought
great
it was a
mighty
4.
Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Monkeys attack!
Yes. Okay, the cleric attempts to evade. Her armor class is effectively that. Not that these things give a shit about your armor. Actually, they do. They love your armor. Okay, Ecroromede, attack, longsword. One of them's kind of buzzing over by you. Is that the one you're attacking, or are you helping
It
the cleric
is.
with her too? Okay.
The one that's closest to me.
Alright, the one attacking you. That will be A. Velvin, who are you targeting with the dagger? And Vasa, who are you targeting with the quarterstaff?
I'm trying to help Amanda.
Trying to help the cleric because I doubt her name is Amanda right now.
Her name is Help! Get these things off me! Okay. Xavier's trying to figure out what the hell these things are. He's never heard of them before, and he knows he's no good in a fight here. Okay. And let's see, initiative is tied to Ecroromede. You draw forth the longsword and move to attack this thing. As it attacks you, you get 2 attacks. It does not get an attack technically, so I'll let you take that first shot. Roll to hit.
4 plus 9. 13.
Plus 9, 13. Let me check what you need. You're at 11th level. You need that.
10.
Yeah, you can dice
10.
damage.
10.
10th level. You still need that.
Okay, man-sized or large?
This is small. So, yeah, man-sized.
6 plus 12, 18 hit points of damage.
Nicely done. That becomes a that. And if that was 10, that would become there. Plus 2 because it's 18 becomes there. Let me check that thing's morale. Okay, I know what it's going to be doing. It starts to float up outside of your melee range. You will not be able to get a second attack here, so that's like right after you hit it type of deal, you know?
Okay, then divert to another one.
Okay. Well, as it does that, give me a saving throw versus Rod, Staff, Wand.
I rolled a 6.
Alright. From outside of melee range above you, it zaps you with a thing of electricity. You rolled a 6. You'd probably save best as a magic user versus that.
Okay, I'm plus 1 from the scarab. I should be plus 2 from my armor.
Displacement.
That gets,
Man armor,
that
yeah.
gets me up to a 9.
That is sufficient.
Okay, that's sufficient. Then I can quit rolling.
You will take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing turns bright yellow and zaps you before returning to its more yellow-whitish hue.
Okay.
I do need to check just to make sure this thing's smart enough to do that. Intelligence? Oh yeah, they're smart. Damn, these things are smart. Alright. In the meantime, Velvin, you draw forth your dagger, move to attack. These things are going to get a chance to shoot at the cleric before you do.
Yep.
Vasa, however, you've got the monk speed. You're able to kick off the ground and roll to hit.
I have a sneaking suspicion I can only hit these things on 20.
No, you can hit
No.
them on better than a 20.
Oh yeah.
Not on a 7, though. I'm sorry. That's a... Yeah, Vasa. Air whiff. That didn't even come close. Okay. These things go for your cleric once more, and she gets to make another saving throw versus RSW twice. And if she saves versus one, I'll let her save auto versus the other. She did. Sweet. So she only takes 1 and 5 from those. 1 and 5 becomes 6. Yeah, she's desperate. Things went to shit so fast, didn't they? The second I started throwing monsters again. Okay, that being said, Velvin, you'll be able to do the attack. Ecroromede, this thing that was attacking you is still up in the air. You're going to help as well, the cleric.
Yeah, I'm going to attack one of the ones that I can reach.
Alright. The one in the air does track you from above, but again, it's like 10 or so feet up. It's out of melee range. Maybe even higher. Alright, so Velvin, you'll be up first. Roll to hit.
I rolled a 13 plus 2 is 15 at third.
Third, 15. Yeah, no, you stab with the dagger. It doesn't pass through it. The thing bobs out of the way at the last second. They're
Quick
fast
little
little
bastards.
fuckers.
Yep.
Yeah. Ecroromede, roll to hit.
3 plus 9, 12.
That hits. Dice damage. You hit on a 3. Funny enough, you don't hit on a 2. They are armor class 0.
All right, 4 plus 12, 16 hit points of damage.
16 points of damage. Nicely done.
They got armor class 0. Holy hell.
Yeah, they're evil. You need to Thacko them. Okay, I believe this concludes the round. Xavier will get a second try at that intel check to figure out what the hell's going on. Cleric will likewise be evading. Best as she can. Those two over there love her, and that other one, Ecromede, just charging up again.
Which one is charging up again? The one up in the air?
The one that zapped you after you hit it hard enough for it to go up in the air. B, the one that you hit, is still going after the cleric, who's, doing her best to evade. She's going to the tree line at this point. Hoping that maybe by ducking and dodging she'll get enough cover / concealment to help.
Are B and C close together?
Yeah, kind of. They're not stagnant, obviously. And, if you're going to, shoot in a direct line, it gets iffy quick, because you've got Vasa there, you've got the cleric there, you've got Velvin there.
Damn it. Okay.
Magic missile on A. Okay, you're redirecting your magic missiles to the one flying above, zapping you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that does seem the thing. If he's going to float out of reach and use ranged attacks, then I will use ranged attacks.
No, it's well reasoned. I can't argue against you. Again, I'm just playing intelligent monsters. I'm not trying to target the cleric. There's just a reason for it. Vasa, I need to see your action.
Damn it, there they are. Velvin, I loaned you a +1 dagger, right?
That's what I'm swinging with, sir.
Okay.
+2 versus large.
That's it.
Alright, give me a second here. This will come 7 segments into the round. Now, for all we know, the cleric's dead at that point, so let's move forward. Party, dice initiative.
Pull this
All right.
down, Gills.
Somebody who rolled a better...
I got it. I got a 5.
Alright, party has initiative. This is good at Ecroromede. I don't know how long the lightning bolt thing goes, so I was just giving it 3 segments. But, yeah, just in case. Imagine the bullshit if we used surprise. Not that it would matter at this point in the fight, but anyways. So, let's see. We got magic missile on A, we got attack, we got that. Okay, so Ecroromede, you're first. Go ahead and dice those magic missiles. Realistically, Vasa and Velvin get their attacks. Cleric continues to evade. She's at, ooh, just a 1 this time. Rip.
Alright, 1, 5, 6, 9, 10, 15 hit points of damage.
Hot
Nice.
damn, you blast those green bolts of energy into the thing, it puffs like a small firework and dissipates into little motes of light that fade into darkness. GG.
Okay.
That's you for the round. Vasa, you may roll to hit. Yeah. Velvin, you can roll to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is 22.
Hits, dice damage. Was that a natural 20?
No, that's not a nat 20. That's a 19.
Alright, dice it.
Dice it at daggers, die 4.
D4 versus small
Hey, I
menaces.
rolled a 4 plus 1 for dagger plus 1 for strength. That's 6.
6, haha. Alright, you do 6 points of damage to C. It, warbles slightly.
I've seen its light flicker when the dagger cut through it.
Something like that, yeah, no, it like glows brighter, more like it. And it peels off of that to start zapping at you instead. Give me a save versus Rodstaff Wand.
Come at me, bitch.
You are at bonuses, though, because I don't think you've got
Yes.
metal armor on, do you?
No, I don't. And I rolled an 11, and I have a +2 from my ring of protection, so 13.
Yeah, 13 as, what are you, a third level fighter? Or wait,
Yes.
hold on, you're like what level are you actually, not what you attack as?
I am a 3rd level fighter.
3rd level, okay, yeah. So as long as you don't roll, actually, yeah, no, 13 saves. You're good.
Thank you.
It zaps you, but you roll out of the way at the last second, and like it
So I
still hit
still
you,
take
but it
half
just
damage.
dissipates pointlessly.
Oh, it's not for half?
It doesn't deal damage. Would you like to take damage?
No. It's okay.
Wait, I took damage.
I thought
You're
I
wearing
thought
Elfin
those-
Chain.
metal. Thank you.
But I'm insulated. I've got clothing on.
You are insulated, which is why I reduced the damage by 1.
Okay.
It is still metal at the end of the day. In fact, it's a metal undershirt. It's touching you more directly than the padding that you'd have with like plate or
Well,
chainmail armor.
Well, probably the fact that I'm holding a long sword is
That
enough.
too. Yeah.
We've already
Okay.
determined it is an electrical conductor.
Yep. I'm just waiting for someone to try Shocking Grasp on it and see how that works.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of which, Cleric
Intense
needs to
effect.
save. Oof, that's a 3. Any bonuses? Nope, Cleric will take full damage. Nope, that's only 2. Not too bad. Yeah, she continues to desperately try and evade, and she's trying to god call while she's doing it. Speaking of which, in a desperate attempt, in the name of Quintus, go the fuck away from me, whatever the hell you are. Oh, but Quintus's ears were deaf that day. Maybe. We'll see. And yeah, at this point, it's Cleric. They seem to be attracted to metal. Metal! From Xavier, desperately. And, she's probably calling back, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Let's see. Dagger attack, magic missile, Xavier, done. Round 3, 2 remain. Alright, Ecroromede, you'll of course keep track of those. Vasa attack via quarterstaff. Dagger attack, Savannah on me. Okay, C is still chasing the Cleric. B... Oh, my bad. C is on Velvin at this point. C is still after the Cleric.
I was gonna say it sounded like Han started to DM the campaign there for a second.
Yeah. Okay, the party must now roll initiative.
Okay, again, my rolls were crap, so someone...
Tom, your turn.
The Cleric should roll, but she can't. I have no dice, but I must roll.
Tom rolled. Let's see what he rolled.
Hey, Dom will not be rolling
Dom
anymore.
is off the duty roster for initiative, because he did worse than I did.
That being said, initiative is pretty much unneeded here. Okay, Chromede, you've got 2 attacks, and you're doing melee at range, so go ahead and roll to hit.
Actually, Dungeon Master, with the dagger, since I attack at my level, which is 9.
Oh yeah,
That
you
should
are
be-
actually 5 for 2.
5 for 2, yes. And so I'm leading into this fight with 3 plus 2 magic daggers.
Roll to hit.
First one, 18 before bonuses.
That hits dice damage.
4 strength bonus count.
It should, yeah.
4 plus 6 plus 2, 12 hit points.
Nice. That
Thumper.
bead takes a solid thing and reasonably, the balls of light. The dagger hurts it, it glows brightly, but the dagger passes through it as well. I don't know. This creature is weird.
It has no mass to hold the dagger there.
That's what I'm
Right.
picturing. I could be mistaken, though. Anyways, that's the first thing. Velvin and Vasa will get their melee attacks off before the monsters do their thing. So, Vasa, roll to hit. Hey. Velvin, roll to hit.
I thought about squirting them with water, but
The bot does seem to not like your rolls tonight. Velvin, you're up.
15 at third.
Ooh, Velvin, I'm sorry, that wasn't good enough last time either.
No, I didn't
Alright,
think so.
the creatures then get to do their things. Velvin, give me a second saving throw versus Rodstaff Wand.
I rolled. Ooh, that's a fail.
You rolled a nat
Yep.
1?
No, I rolled a 3 and a +2. That's 5 total.
Do you have a dexterity bonus to your armor class?
Yes, +3.
+3. Okay, so add that 2 to that. That brings you to what, 8?
Yes.
Alright. Because you are wearing leather armor, no metallic armor, your saving throw is at +5 versus these things. So thus, that brings you to 13, which is your saving throw. You take no
Oh, wow.
damage.
Awesome.
Mhm.
It
Yeah, they
pays
don't
to
do
be in
too much
leather.
against you if you're not wearing metal. This is a fuck you fighters thing right here. That being said, the cleric needs to make her saving throw. That's a fail. That's 7 points of damage.
Oh my. She's going
The
down,
cleric
boys.
goes down.
Oh no.
The ball of light goes to you now, Vasa, glowing ominously white and yellow and shit. Ecroromede, second magic dagger, rolled a hit.
That monk healing bullshit Vasa does, that's only for herself. Right?
7
Correct.
+2 +3, 12.
12 to hit. As a fighter, 10th, 12 hits dice damage.
Sadly, I can't.
Hold on,
make
wait.
anybody
You're stacked up. You're 9th, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 9th.
Still hits dice damage.
Okay, 1 +2 +6, 9.
9. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was confused about the +6, and I was like, oh, yeah, right, he does have that strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Gina, sadly, I can't make the cleric focus their mind without, knocking them out.
Ecroromede, you have your third dagger for the end of the round.
13 with bonuses, that's higher than before.
Yep.
Damage is 9 again.
Alright. Vasa, the ball stops trying to go to you and starts flying up. The one on Velvin. I need to check. Yeah, it's flying up into the air too, and they're not like hovering at 10, 15, whatever. No, they seem to be leaving. Party can go for parting shots or spells.
Chromate, smash
How fast
that
are they?
spell.
They're pretty fast, all things considered.
I'm not gonna waste my time with a parting shot. I'm not looking for this dagger in the dark.
Yeah, me neither.
And Ecroromede begins casting. So, what are you two doing this round then?
Bind wounds of the
On
cleric.
Amy, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Xavier was gonna rush over and do that if y'all didn't, but yeah, she will get 1 hit point restored for her.
She's still down, right? Unconscious.
She is still down. Yeah, she's fried. She's got smoldering
Xavier.
spots in her hair and shit.
Xavier, do you have anything?
Well, we had a potion of extra healing a while back, and Ecroromede does damage.
Okay, C gets
He didn't
9
even
hit
know
points.
about that potion.
C gets 9 hit points of damage. B gets 7.
Alright, B pops like a balloon, and motes of light that then fade into darkness. C continues to fly up into the sky, looking almost like the moon for a minute.
Fucking rat bastards.
Yeah, witch glows from the creature catalog. They're fun.
Witch glows.
Mhm.
Badass motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, so they do a zap attack, but they're attracted to metal shit. They feed off of it, so, only one of you was in metal armor. Technically a Ecroromede, but they couldn't immediately see that, so it wasn't until, oh, this guy hurt me, and they have a decent intel, so it's like, fine, I'll zap him. Oh, ooh, the zap worked. Okay, I'm gonna keep zapping him. Oh, ow, he hurt me. Okay, I'm gonna fly up above his head and keep zapping him.
Yeah, that didn't work out in the long run either.
No, it didn't. They're smart, but that doesn't mean they're wise. Hey, speaking of wisdom, the cleric is still down. You
Yes,
found their
yes.
wounds at this point, and Xavier obviously didn't say his thing. He doesn't have any clerical abilities, if that's what you're requesting, and he expresses as much. He's a scholar, not a healer. He doesn't have any potions or anything. He'd been meaning to carry one with him, but he'd never found one.
What can we do here, Chromate? She's
Her wounds are bound.
healed. Her
Yes,
wounds are bound.
she is not
She's
in danger of
out.
bleeding out that you can tell.
But we're not exactly healers either.
No, we're not. And I have no healing potions on me.
And that was my only one.
Well,
We sit and see if she recovers overnight, see if she stabilizes.
So be it. Xavier, looks like you'll be catching a shift of watch tonight.
Alright, he agrees.
So we'll put her on the wagon comfortably, and Dungeon Master, I will recover my daggers.
Alright. So, as far as recovery of daggers go, first we have to determine if you can find them. How are you looking for them?
Weren't we fighting basically within the radius of the campfire?
Kind of. Your cleric was dodging all over the place, desperately trying to shake these things.
Okay, well, I'm going to look for them. They should have some vestigial body heat on them if they're outside of the firelight.
Alright, how many did you throw? 3 of them?
3.
3. Alright. You will find one of them. Yeah, it's fine. The other 2, no dice. Either they're inside the campfire or they're far enough out you're not getting it easily.
Dungeon Master, I'm breaking out a coin with continual light.
Alright. You begin looking. Give me a second, I gotta adjust time here. The rest of y'all, what are you doing?
I will move my bedroll out from under the wagon and into the campfire, and I'm gonna sleep next to the healer for tonight to try and help protect her.
Okay. And Vasa, you going back on watch? What are you doing? Everyone gangsta till the healer gets targeted.
Alright, I have to go pee, so I'm going to get a smoke while I'm at it. I'll be right back. Ah! Oh, my legs. Yeah, this is overdue.
Going back on watch, okay. I need to
Be
do
right
some
back.
rolls. I'm gonna say no, Vasa. That wasn't really covered. Plus, the wounds have already been bound. You could cause damage and then try again, but that might be ill-advised.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Should I be an absolute dick?
You already are.
Should I be a bigger absolute dick?
What, and let her die? Yeah.
No, not that.
Oh,
Would
I
that
don't
would
know.
be so easy. I rolled up
I don't
something
know.
different. Fine.
Many ounces lighter, I am back.
What, let all the encounters happen tonight?
Oh, they're happening. The party gets to survive on not just me being nice, but actually on its own thing. No, this is something different.
Okay, I found the other 2 daggers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Ooh, music has changed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just more tense, quiet, whatever now.
Alright, Dungeon Master. That being the case, I've got my daggers back.
XP calc to there.
And what'd you call these again?
Witch glows from the from the creature catalog, page 80.
Yeah. Witch glows. Yeah, I kind of recognized them, but I know Ecroromede had not fought them. Witch glows. All right. After I've got my daggers back, the healer is settled down, and Velvin is looking after her, and Voss is back on watch. I assume Xavier is going back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I will do the same.
Xavier sometimes carries a potion of healing, but I guess he stowed it away or forgot about it or something, because I checked for him, he does not have. Would have been nice to hold on to that, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny how you really need it after you waste it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's an expensive potion, too.
That is. I did say it
Keep
was
a
extra
couple.
healing.
Yep, keep a couple freaking mice.
Yeah, well, it's kind of her own fault. She should have healed me from that burn damage that I was not regenerating, because if I hadn't been hurt, and it's like, I'm not hurt that bad, but you know what? Fuck it. The healer's not doing her job. Screw it. I'll drink the damn potion.
For what it's worth, that's on me running the universe and playing healer.
Well. Anyhow, so yeah, we're going back up to watch for Vasa and back to sleep for
I
the rest
won't
of it.
max these out. They have a surprisingly large number of hit dice. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, don't max them out when our healer's already unconscious.
Max them out. Got it. Give them extra hit points. You got it, boss.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Hey, man, like we said, we're evil. If the fucking healer dies, that's just our gold back.
Mm-hmm.
And Xavier can pay us her share.
Yes, yes. So, Vasa, the rest of your watch does finish without much encounter. And you go ahead and who are you waking up for watch?
Sadly, if I had been on watch, I think I could have ended those things with Spirit Fire.
Xavier.
All right.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, Xavier, he takes up watch and yeah, he asks who he's supposed to wake up next. You'll tell him whoever, probably Velvin, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes ahead and takes up watch. And let's see, they are that tall, which means Xavier, what is your perception, my man? Not
Yeah,
great.
Spirit Fire probably would have worked good.
Everyone else can also give me perception checks.
Oof.
For those of you that pass it by more than 8, you will detect the ground kind of... I suppose there's like a thump noise, something big stepping. Not huge, obviously.
And I did pass by 10.
Yep, you're good. Vasa,
And
you're good. And Xavier with the one's like, guys, wake up! So yeah, Ecroromede, it's just that you rolled a 17 of 13. You're still sleeping.
I'm very alert,
Mm-hmm.
too, because I'm on edge because of the healer. But immediately, I scramble up and over to Ecroromede. I look to see that he's just not waking.
Nope, you can't see where
You
I'm
can't see because
Oh.
he's kind of cloaked himself in the firelight.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you're
I know-
looking for
and I
Ecroromede
mean-
now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out looking for him. I know where he should be. I know where he bedded down.
You're a little bit off center, so it takes you a little bit longer, but okay, you will find his sleeping form. What are you doing?
Ecromede, wake up!
Alright, yeah. So Ecromede will get a second perception check for the midpoint of the round. During this time, Vasa, what are you doing?
And this next one, you should be getting at a bonus, Grills.
Well, I won't speculate.
I will, because I'm an asshole.
Draw forth your staff and begin looking around for hostiles. Alright. Well, Vasa, as you don't have infravision and you're inside a campfire light, there isn't much to tell in terms of hostiles here. Xavier is pointing over to the... Let me check just to be sure. Yeah, he's pointing over to the south, saying that I think it came from that way. And, yeah, that would be where your attention would be focused, yes? Mm-hmm. Alright, good. So, Chromate, let's see that perception check of yours. Damn it.
16.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's just a little bit too low. Chromate, you're in this really vivid dream. You're shopping at a Walmart, trying to find some clock cereal for the kids, and you just can't fucking find it.
Disgusting. Have you seen, and this is coming from Ecroromede, how disgusting the Walmart shoppers are? Ew.
Yeah, it's a very vivid dream. Obviously, upon waking up, you won't have any recollection of it, but yeah, no, you snoozing. Velvin, are you still trying to wake him up?
Yes, at this point, I will put a hand
That's
on
you for
his
the remainder of the
shoulder.
round.
Yep.
I will need just a moment here. What's something good for this? I guess let's use this. Why not? Shopping in hell. I suppose, yeah, that is a bit of a nightmare. 1 second. Check background. Okay. So yeah, Vasa, you'll be looking over to the south with Xavier. Velvin, you're over by Ecroromede who's sleeping. And yeah, Vasa, you'll see entering the campfire's light. There is a humanoid figure. 2 of them, in fact. 4? No, wait, hold on. It is 2. Because these figures are about 13 or so feet tall. They are dual-wielding clubs. They have 2 heads. They're dressed in these weird furs or rags or whatever. And they're grinning at you nastily. And they say something in the language you don't understand. Dice initiative.
Ends.
Six. Enter your actions. Yeah, Chromie, you
That's shoulder, by the
Yep.
way. Not shoulder. Whatever.
Should we? Yes, you examine me should we. It is very shakeable.
You beating on me again, Mama. I knew
So you
it.
know what's funny? Ever since Ecroromede's character aged up to the next level, his dice have been rolling accordingly.
Yeah, they have.
It's kind of weird how that works. It's like all of a sudden his hearing went out. And
Alright.
Wow.
So, Chromie, at
his
this point, you've
swings-
got someone trying to wake you up for better part of 2 rounds now. Yeah, you'll wake up at the end of this round. You'll get an option next round. If you fail your
Okay.
perception check, roll a d20.
3.
3,
There
okay,
you
you
go.
will wake up at roughly the 1/4 point of this round and therefore have an action. Likewise for you, Velvin.
For me, it is bow attack.
What'd you say, Mama?
Type it in.
It's,
in the right
it's
one?
on
Yay.
the Discord, and I was trying to turn it down.
Music?
I've got it. I'm good.
Sorry. Didn't mean to get you in trouble.
No, he didn't get me into trouble. I just couldn't hear Mama hollering from the next room about the music that I was trying to turn it down because I already had it low. But when this thing started playing, it came in really strong.
It did. Apologies.
No, it's all right.
So yeah, Chromie, you are entitled to an action this round. Had you failed, you would have just woken up automatically at the end, because 2 minutes of someone shaking you awake and you're not in extenuating circumstances. Yeah.
Okay. See, I missed part of that because, again,
Mama, music.
Mama music, and yeah, so I am entitled to an action for this round. What do I see, Dungeon Master?
2 large humanoid figures, about 13 or so feet tall, with 2 heads holding spiked clubs in either hand, are moving towards Vasa and Xavier, who's darting the hell away from them to try and evade. The cleric is still blissfully sleeping or unconscious, and Velvin's over by you.
I can guess what this action will be.
Fireball.
Crossroad and shield. Move to attack. He's not going to fireball the campsite.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
It's a lot of typing.
It is.
Oh,
Going for
yes,
assassination, the one closer to healer, fire got the other. Duly noted. Realistically, assassination attempts should take up the entirety of the round where you're lining up the shot to get the perfect kill.
I'll accept that.
So yeah. You begin doing that. Velvin, you draw forth your bow and go for a thing. And let's see, Asa charging forward to attack or holding the line, like waiting to receive them? Matters little anyway. Okay, Chromie,
Charge
you're...
forward. Keep them away from Mamie.
Your assassination attempt will take a little bit longer. Velvin, roll to hit.
Yeah, buddy. Here she comes. Big money, no whammy. 16 at third.
16 at third. Let me check.
Easy.
Third,
Big.
16 hits, dice damage. These are large, everyone. I don't want to
Yeah.
I want to tell you all again.
Arrows are the same, no matter
They
what
are
size.
D6 resolve, yeah.
Yep, 3.
3.
You don't add your strength to arrows, right?
Nope.
You do not.
No.
Unless you've got a bow of strength, which you do not.
I do not.
3 to the first one does that. Okay, the slightly bigger one takes an arrow to the shoulder. And does look over in your directions. Ecroromede, for what it's worth, that was not the one you were trying to target.
Okay.
The other one is oblivious, which is very lucky, because Ecroromede, had they become aware, you have no longer been able to assassinate from total surprise, as they would have known something just shot from there. Lucky you, however. Okay, Vasa, you move on forward to attack, and these creatures move on forward to receive you, despite, speed and so forth. They've got range because of size, the size of their weapons proportionate to them, and also they get 2 attacks this round. So, Vasa, that's going to be 1 hit, mark off a stone skin.
2 attacks because they're dual wielding. I get it.
And this I'm going to need to check. Monster, hit dice, that many with that. Vasa, confirm your armor class 4? Vasa, are you still here? Yep. Okay, good. So yeah, Vasa, the second one barely misses you. You dodge out of the way at the last second as the club smashes into the ground in front of you, ripping up some of the dirt. At this point, you may return fire. Roll to hit. 4. Yeah. God damn, man. That quarterstaff is cursed. It's a +5 weapon, but you always roll a 2 when you wield it. Okay, that's a mess. Yeah. Ecroromede at this point, roll to hit. I beg your pardon, Dom? What was the second thing? Just hold off on that for a second, Grills. What's up with the second roll, Dom? Testing my dice spot luck. Alright. I should make you take that for your next thing, but I won't. Ecroromede, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 3, but I have bonuses.
Yes, okay. So, you are a fighter of 9th level. You rolled a 3. What is your total damage, including the +4 bonus from a sneak attack?
Well, you mean total,
total attack. Yeah, what's your
Well,
hit?
I no longer get dex bonuses, but I do have +3 bolts loaded, so that's a 6.
Alright.
And like the 9 you said, from surprise, and the penalty on its armor class.
Alright, so that brings it to able to hit that armor class. These creatures, give me a second, have armor class that. I'll need to check, but I'm pretty sure that hits. Just give me a sec. Yeah, even without adjusting their armor class, getting it up to 9, which actually 6 plus 4 is 10, hits. So, give me a percentage die roll. I should do this personally, but yeah, everyone knows these are Edens.
Okay, and oh, okay, I haven't fought Ettins before, I don't think.
Well, no, like, you players know they're Ettins.
But I've fought giant 2-headed trolls, and I know...
Yeah, no, these are similar to orcs, it says, so reasonably they've got similar processes, so I'm ruling an assassination is possible.
Ot 2.
Ot 2. The Ettin goes down.
Okay, and Dungeon Master, I would have pumped the other bolt into him as well.
Yeah, no, reasonably you're giving it both barrels at once.
Yeah.
So yeah, those bolts sink in. His companion could hardly fail to notice, and I need to check his morale. Oh, fuck yeah, no, he breaks. Oh shit, something just took Buddy out. Oh, is that thing from over there? Run! And he's turning tail to flee. Parting shots, Barty, if you wish. Ecroromede Fire Gout might be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold off on that. I'm looking to see if Ettins are on my list.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it looks like they're not. I mean, I've got spirit trolls, giant 2-headed trolls, giant trolls. I've never fought Ettins before.
Hey, something in double digits. Okay, Vasa, you're charging after this thing to attack it? You said parting shots. So the point is, are you charging after to continue attacking it, or just going for the parting shot, then done? I need to know, because as a monk, you reasonably can chase a lot of things. Okay. Parting shot. And you rolled a 14 as a thief of that level. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, that's like 1 or 2 steps below where you needed to hit. Yeah, they don't have armor class 0, but they do have some decent AC. Ecroromede going for that, and Velvin, you rolled a hit with that bow shot. Called shot
Here
to
we
head.
go.
Left head or right head?
Shit, I missed. I rolled a 3.
It doesn't matter, I suppose. The arrow goes wild. The Etten, the Soul Etten flees. The big one flees. The small one is just toppled on the ground. GG, party.
Good job, all.
An assassin,
Amanda stayed alive.
an assassin in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah, no,
You
the
dropped
Ettins were
him
like,
with one
haha,
arrow.
we're gonna jump this small party and take their treasure, and yeah.
Thump.
Oh shit, Billy went down. Oh fuck, what? Just, nope, run.
Yeah, something from the darkness just drops one of them with one arrow. It's like, uh-oh.
Reload.
I already did the item saving throws, and since they both hit,
Yep.
I
Oh, did you
gonna
roll the
assume-
second to hit?
no, I never did. I'll do
Yeah.
that now.
Go ahead, roll it. Reasonably, it hits. 8, yeah, that
8
hits.
plus 3, 11. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, recover both bolts and reload them. I did do the saving throws, and they both passed phenomenally.
Okay. Xavier wasn't hit or anything. He's just, hiding, running, ducking, dodging, weaving. The usual evasion tactics. So, yeah.
Companion, were any of you hurt? Find your wounds.
No one appears hurt?
Okay.
I am slightly... No, I didn't take any damage. I kept saving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no damage. Sweet. Still got my stone skins.
Dungeon Master, how much time has went by between this fight and the last one?
About 3 hours, give or take.
Okay, then I'm full healed.
Oh, rip, that's right. Apologies, forgot to mention that. No, actually, no, I shouldn't apologize. Grills, it's your damn ring. You gotta remind me, like you just did.
Okay. All right. We're going to play it that way. Okay.
I will try, but frankly, Grills, that slips my mind every goddamn time. I'm so used to you being immortal.
As long as we've got the ability to retroactively make sure that that's covered.
Yep. So many things to keep track of, and tonight I just feel so distracted and out of it. Speaking of which, what's the party doing now?
Okay, nobody got hurt, so
X is back on watch.
these things are huge.
They pretty big.
Velvin,
Yes.
before you go back to sleep, and Vasa, give me a hand. Let's drag this thing away from here.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, that was a Witch Glow and an Etten.
And Dungeon Master, we're not going for 100 yards or anything ambitious like that. We're going for 30 feet.
Okay.
Because this thing is 13 feet tall. It's got to weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of what? 600 pounds?
At least.
Okay. So we're just getting it so that it's not right up, out 30 feet. We're not going to carry it. We're just going to drag it. If each of them grabs an arm and I grab a head and we pull it, it should not take too forever long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you've got enough high strength rating people here. It shouldn't go all right. So that is good. And you're dragging it off how many feet?
30 feet.
All right. All right, the party will manage to do that. Anything else?
I think we go back to sleep.
No,
Yep.
back to sleep.
X is on watch. Finishes watch.
Right. Xavier does finish his watch a couple hours later and wakes up you, Velvin, with the whole, hey, it's your turn type of deal.
Yep.
All right. About an hour or so into your watch, Velvin, give me a perception check.
And my usual routine of dancing within the fire, just outside the firelight, trying to hide in shadows. And my perception, yay, I rolled a 4.
Belvin, coming from the southwest of the campsite, you hear the sound of a little girl screaming in pain.
Little girl screaming in pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen.
Right, you listen. She's crying out in pain. You can't really determine much more. The wind blows a little bit here and there. For a second, you think you imagined it. It comes again, but almost fainter in a way.
Huh. Doesn't sound like it's getting closer.
It doesn't sound like it, no.
Not too worried. I'll
Do you
keep my
intend to
ears
investigate
peeled.
in any way, or just
No,
listening?
no, I'm going to continue my watch and listen.
All right. Well, the sound keeps up for a few more minutes before dying out.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not a paladin.
Yep, you're neutral evil. You're good.
Yep.
The rest of your watch passes without incident.
I wake up Ecroromede again. This time, hopefully, it doesn't take 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, this time it should. I mean, it might take that long, frankly, but this time you're not under fire. 2 minutes of doing push-ups versus 2 minutes of sitting on the couch watching TV feel very different.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Ecroromede, I just checked. You'll complete your watch without any encounters either.
Okay.
Morning comes. Light shines upon Denalia. The cleric is still unconscious, but she looks okay. Just
217 or 218?
Hmm?
Day 217?
This will be 218.
18. Thank you.
All right, Dungeon Master, wake the party, put some food on to cook, get the cleric loaded onto the wagon. Since X recovers, checks healer, says she's fine. And Jaziel has shown up.
Yeah, Jaziel shows up as he does.
All right, hey Jaziel, great big two-headed freak over that way if you're hungry.
All right. It's relative to an orc, so not the cleanest of meat. He may or may not eat it. I'm not figuring that out today.
Oh, by the way, friends, companions.
Yes.
We need to see if it had any loot on it.
The bigger one had the loot, unfortunately. And the bigger one's the one that ran off.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I tracked it down. The big one had the sack.
He had the sack.
I mean, we could always track it now that it's daylight, but
That would be probably a bad idea.
We had to get Xavier the ATM back to his house.
Yeah, we do.
And
That's
maybe
kind of
get our cleric healed.
Oh yeah, Amy. Yeah, her too.
All right, so yeah, Dungeon Master, the party will make sure that our healer is as comfortably positioned on the wagon with blankets and whatnot.
Tether her horse to the back corner so it follows along.
Yep. So, and you know what, Dungeon Master?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search her backpack.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Potions?
You do not find any potions. She's got like a small leather-bound book. Could be a journal of some kind, maybe. She does have a gem pouch, obviously, on her person, but she probably has a bigger one in her pack since you wouldn't carry all that on your person. Not with the amount the party just got.
Okay.
Various other clerical items and so forth. I don't know. I haven't really rolled up the contents of her pack. Rations, a rope.
Okay. Well, just thought, maybe we used to have a couple of healing potions. She might have one as well. And if I found a potion there, it might have been worth a shot.
Imagine you pour the thing down her lips and it's like, oh, so that was a potion of poison. She's dead now.
Yeah, that was poison. Okay, well, I guess she wasn't as good as she claimed to be, so she was...
She never claimed to be good. She just never claimed to be evil either.
Okay, well, hey, it was worth a look. Didn't take but a minute.
It's morning, Dungeon Master, and she's not dead.
She's
still
not
alive?
dead. She's
That's a good
just
sign.
not conscious either.
Hey,
She's fine.
we should probably make sure that she gets some water, because, you can do that thing where you can...
Little sips.
Drops in
Yeah.
and like rub the sides of the throat to make the
Non-encounter.
swallow reflex activate. Just
Yeah, no.
the tiniest bit.
The
And
party should be able
otherwise,
to water her easy enough.
yeah, I'm not going to try and feed her because unconscious people tend to choke and die from that shit. So with that, we'll get loaded up, and no treasure on the dead Etten. Jazeel doesn't want to eat any of that because it's gross. And so, yeah, we'll get loaded up and continue traveling, Dungeon Master.
Alright. You travel for about 4 or so more hours and make it to the crossroads. It's starting to get kind of windy.
Huh? I thought
Alright.
we already passed the crossroads.
No, 1 second. Where is map? Maps. Alright, so if you look at the crossroads to the east of Rinvera, where it goes south to Grad, you didn't reach that point yet. Here, let me pull up the DM map. Small, tiny bit of meta, but who gives a shit? Bloop. Okay, that big thing over there is what you're suggesting to traverse. You went to cross, you passed by Gatekeep, which is that red dot with the words over there. You were about halfway through when the party stopped for the night. After about 4 or so more hours, y'all make it to that crossroads. If you continue,
Red dot.
it's hard and small to see. It's in the, like, 8/10 of the way from the right. Or 8/10 of the way from the left.
I see the dot now. Okay. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 squares to the left. I thought we had passed that already.
Nope, not at that point.
Nope.
You were close to it, but it took you a few more hours yet to get there. Remember, you left the red dot at lunchtime, traveled for a bit, stopped for the night, traveled some more in the morning. It's now a couple hours to lunch, the wind is starting to pick up, and you all have made it to the crossroads.
Okay, so we are now at the road that goes south.
South to Grad or east to Rinvera. There's even a sign there that says it. You remember, you left the cleric there. In fact, someone might have the funny idea of, hey, why don't we just leave her here? You know, this is where we found her. Why don't we just leave her here? Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, I was certain that we'd crossed that already, but okay. All right, then, Dungeon Master, we will stop for lunch.
Why is the Dungeon Master so evil? Trying to leave her here. Jeez, the party didn't say something that cruel.
No, I was picturing y'all saying, hey, y'all are a bunch of evil bastards sometimes.
Wow. Wow, see how little he thinks of us.
Am I wrong?
Yes,
Hey,
we weren't going to leave her here.
We're not getting into the facts. That opinion.
Yeah, we're talking about semantics, not facts.
Yes.
Right.
Feelings don't care about your facts.
All right, Dungeon Master, while we are stopped for lunch, for the first 9 minutes, I'm cramming on magic missile spells.
All right. Now you're stopping a little bit early. I should tell you. You've got like an hour or two left till it's properly lunchtime, but you could do it now. You're hungry.
Okay.
And stopping because he needs the extra time anyway, so we'll burn that extra time on getting spells and stuff.
All right. How much time do you need for spells?
11 minutes, right?
Girls?
The fighter assassin is getting his spells.
No, you are.
Yeah, 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay. All right, you should get that, and then you're eating lunch with the guys?
Yeah, I'll eat lunch, and if they're done and the horses are rested, then we'll pick up and I can eat in saddle.
This car is self-driving.
This drive is self-driving.
Other than Xavier, she has the worst hit point spread. Alright, I need to quickly check my sheet over here, because I did write down the distance. Okay, so from the crossroads to Rinvera is that many miles.
Alright, do I have time for a smoke?
Yeah, if you want. I'm going to start rolling for encounters again.
Okay, I'll be back as quick as I can. Ow, please.
See, I'm thinking, what would Amy want us to do with her in this condition? And I think she would want us to roll a dice to decide. He's like, don't do it.
It's your choice, man. I can't. I gotta stay neutral here.
Nah, I'm not gonna kill her or leave her on the ground. Instead, we'll save her life and charge her double. That sounds like the neutral evil thing to do. Do anything for a price. Oh, I can't wait to get to Renvera. Who's gonna level up?
Okay, I am back. Thank you.
Welcome back. Okay. So, party. It will be closer to lunchtime. Well, what should be lunchtime, but y'all ate early. When I'll need perception checks.
Damn it. Not my night.
You're just an old man. And I mean that in the best of ways towards the Ecroromede.
Yeah.
Because then I go and roll the 4s all the time.
And Vasa.
Vasa has a 19 perception.
Sure, go ahead, Vasa. What's up? If this is a combat encounter, could we not since session's over? You needn't worry, it isn't. Just go ahead. We can do this quick.
I see.
I mean, you
stick
could
it
make it a
to
combat encounter. You could choose to fight the bush.
Wow, fails the perception check.
Yes, Vaso, you notice a bit of tumbleweed dragging around, and you are fascinated by it. Everyone else, and no, I guess I wouldn't include Ecroromede. Nah, that's a bit of a miss. The one time I didn't want a high roll. I think the dice do hate you. They are self-aware, and they know. There are some man-sized figures on the road ahead, moving towards the party. They appear a bit shorter at first, and it's kind of funky looking at them. They're wearing leather, like, chest plates and such. No helmets, though. Just, like, almost vests or jackets, if you will. They have an assortment of arms, bows, clubs, short swords, and such. And as the party gets closer, reasonably, Ecroromede, you'd cue on Vasa, you're just, you're engrossed in that tumbleweed. Drift.
Wow, really?
Toss. Uh, you'll notice that these people have hooves. Goat girls and guys. Does the party wish to do anything special with the troop of satyrs?
Yeah. Am I still oblivious?
No, Chromite, at this point you'll clue on in because you're in the pole position, and Jizniel will, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many of them are there?
Maybe a dozen, maybe 2.
Look, Vasa, enough people
Dozen
to
or
start
2?
your...
Hold on, there's a big difference between 1 dozen and 2 dozen.
Closer to 1 dozen than 2. Are you taking a moment to count them?
No, I'm not, but now I've got a good Paul Bahark number. Do they have weapons drawn or anything?
No. Traveling down the road, they've clearly seen you, but it's at too far distance at this point to properly hail someone. They could be waving their hand, or they could be swatting a fly,
Okay, wait till we're closer.
One fireball could be good XP.
And this is what I mean when I say the party fights everything. Alright, Ecromede, how close do you want to get to them?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. As you get about, say, 100 or so feet away, the lead one, waves his hand up in a exaggerated wave.
Okay, wave back.
Alright. All good there, and you approach closer, closer, closer. 60 feet away, what are you doing?
Dismount. Call stop for the party and dismount.
Alright. Satyrs are looking around a little bit, you can tell. A couple of them seem nervous. Hands drift towards sword hilts, or bows casually get unsheathed, or unslung, if you will.
I'm walking forward.
Alright.
I'll stay on my horse, ready No, I won't ready anything.
All right, Voss.
just-
At this point, you're entitled to a second perception check. You can only watch the tumbleweed tumble for so long.
Yeah, when the wagon stops and you're driving, there's a reason.
Okay, yeah, Voss. At this point, you've clued in. Ah, your brothers and sisters that you may or may not have. You actually don't know your parentage, so yay.
All right.
Okay,
So
Ecroromede, you're approaching. Is there a specific method to your approach?
walking up.
All right. Anything special you're doing?
Nope.
You begin walking up, and you can see them. They're not hiding the fact now at this point, and a couple of them got hands on swords. One of them in the back has a cloak on. They're rolling up their sleeves.
Okay. At 30 feet away, I'll stop.
Okay.
And I will steeple my fingers. Greetings.
One of them gives you a chest thump salute and calls back out greetings. You know, it is 30 feet away, so distance, but...
Okay.
You know, with the wind blowing as it is, it could have stolen your voice, but yeah.
Call out to them loud enough that I believe they'll hear me. To ask them, do you have any healers among you?
Give me a second. The lead satyr, let me check real quickly here, actually. I just have to check an alignment thing. I apologize. I gotta dot my T's and cross my I's. N-O-P-Q-R-R-R-R-S, satyr. Alignment, neutral. Yeah, they respond affirmatively, the leader does.
One of ours has been injured seriously. Would you be willing to negotiate for healing?
There's a couple talking back and forth. That one who rolled up their hands in preparation, rolled up their sleeves for preparationary spell work, is obviously the cleric, duh. And, yeah, no, but after a bit of back and forth, it's like, yeah, sure, we can spare a healing spell.
Alright, I'll signal. I'll put my arm up in the air with my palm, with the back of my hand towards the party, and bend
Yep.
at the elbow and repeat the motion.
Yep, gesturing them forward. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Shall we make a long story short here, or do you want to roleplay it out?
It's up to you, Dungeon Master.
I think we can kind of cut through the cheese here. The clerics will ask what you intend to... Oh, the clerics, yes. The cleric will state, obviously, they do want payment and allow you to state your best offer.
200 gold piece for a healing on the female that is downed.
To quote the famous words, show me the money, and yeah, they'll do it.
I shall produce a gem, 2 gems, that are appraised at 100 gold pieces.
You got the verification papers for that?
I do. Fresh from the city of...
They do
Solia.
have a member of their tribe that is lapidary, if you will, and takes a look and is like, they seem to be of the quality that they say. Could be clever fakes, but... And the leader apologizes. They were turned away at the gates of Rinvera. Very frustrating. Anyways, their cleric will go ahead and heal, and your cleric's only down 1 hit point, so as long as they don't roll a 1 on the Cure Light Wounds, they roll a 2. Okay, your cleric gets a chance to wake up, but that should be enough to get them going. Vasa, one of them looks you in the eye, and they're kind of blinking with the other one, but good day, sister.
Yeah, I think Dom's done for the night mostly.
No, he's making noise.
Oh, he's typing?
No, he's actually making noise. He's unmuted,
Good day, yeah.
but he typed it in.
Mhm.
Okay.
The cleric actually addresses you at this point. That looks like it's paining you. Would you care for a healing spell as well? And they're pointing to the eye socket hole you've got on display since you never bought an eye patch. No. The cleric, for what it's worth, fails her perception check and remains sleeping, but she's breathing easier now, obviously.
Dungeon Master, by the way, I'm going to recover my 200 in gems from the sleeping cleric.
You're just opening up her thing and taking it out. Okay.
I am relieving her of 2 100 gold piece gems. She just paid for her own healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understood.
Could have took more.
All right. Well, Vasa, they're
stuck.
not going to force their healing upon you, so it's all right, sister. Keep an eye. Be careful.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
And yeah, they will. Whatever traditional satyr greetings there may be, it's probably something involved with hooves and horns. They will
Click,
depart.
clack.
Wish your group the best of luck at Rinvera. Hopefully, you oddballs don't get turned away.
Yeah. I'm never turned away from Rinvera. Why, are you short on rations?
No, they were looking to do trade, sell services, so on and so forth. But damn
What manner
man
of
cities.
services?
Well, that one over there, they have different professions that they do, and their gig is that they go around occasionally every few months, and they'll go to different towns, pick up on rumors, stock up on some supplies that the tribe needs, and sell services if they need to quickly, craftsmanship, that kind of stuff.
What manner of craftsmanship?
Various sorts, most of it mundane. This one here can fix wagon wheels. That one there is good at sewing, that kind of thing.
Any stonemasons among them?
Let me check. Not really their type of profession. They aren't adept mine. Yeah, no, none.
Didn't think so.
Very
Anyways,
Minstrels? Nah.
they give you the best of luck. They say it's like a day's travel from here, although it depends how fast you go. They move fast, and yeah, with that, they're ready to head out.
Okay.
And yeah, one of them is a minstrel, if you were asking that.
Nay. No point in implying a whole tribe for one minstrel.
Indeed. So, I've got good news and bad news, party.
We're gonna get turned away from Rinvera.
No.
The bad news is it's end of session.
That is the second piece of bad news. The good news is that for the next 6 hours, the party travels uninterruptedly, but night soon begins to fall, and the party will have to either travel through the night or make camp. Your under cleric does get a chance to wake up again, but she's still snoring. Although at this point you think she might have transitioned from unconsciousness to sleepiness. Regardless, the bad news it being that you're stuck out there. The good news is the party travels for 6 hours without encounter.
That's
Okay.
pretty good. End of session, I guess, eh?
Yep.
I mean, I could have fireballed them.
You could have, but then they wouldn't have healed the cleric. It's like me with the
I could have fireballed them after they healed the cleric and gotten those gems back.
the gems would have had to make saving throws, but yeah,
Gems stay pretty good against fireball.
they do.
And
That
you
being
would have had to
said,
get them
dick move.
certified because you would have burnt up the papers.
That paper does not save well versus fireball, but
Yeah,
I'm happy that the party didn't.
The leather pouch that they probably shoved them in might have had a better chance.
Perhaps.
So, yeah,
Aha!
end of sesh.
Dungeon